Single item at regular price.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 at attorney-knoxville.com.
Fires the ball down the middle, Jason Swain!
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown!
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Friday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. Fridays are good, Swain.
Fridays are great. Hello, Joshua. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you, Jason?
I'm fabulous, man. Fabulous. Tennessee, Vanderbilt tomorrow. Where to see these basketball boys go out there and handle some business. Fired up about it.
Is this, dare I say, an our state basketball game for Tennessee? A chance to prove who the state belongs to?
It's not baseball. It's not baseball today, Josh. Baseball season doesn't start for another couple of days. This is a basketball contest. We've had a football contest in the last couple of months. This is just Vanderbilt versus Tennessee. That's it. No our state bragging rights attached to it. No reason to make a graphic if you win, unless you're Vanderbilt. If Vanderbilt wins, then they'll make a graphic. But if you're Tennessee and you make a graphic, then you're embarrassing. Sorry.
Besides the typical whatever you do to acknowledge the win. You always post the score. Tennessee has a graphic after every something.
Yeah, but don't
graphics.
do that our state stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've been a little indirect about my stance. I need to be direct.
Okay.
Tennessee basketball Twitter account. When we win, do not post anything about our state. It's already understood. You're just giving in to the narrative that it's actually a rivalry in basketball. It's not.
You don't want to imply that it's up for grabs.
I do not.
Whose state it is.
I do not. And every time we do it in football and basketball, I just shake my head in disappointment. In baseball, you do it because baseball, they've won 2 national championships. We're trying to achieve that. It is their state in baseball. Until we win a championship, it's their state. So when you beat them in baseball, then you can brag about it being our state. But don't do it in basketball, and you dang sure not better do it in football.
VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here today. I'm Josh Ward. We'll be with you for the next 3 hours. We will invite you to join us by calling or texting in at 865-656-9900. Tennessee will be a big favorite against the Commodores tomorrow. Vanderbilt is 5-13 on the season.
Yep.
Their most impressive win would be against a team, I believe, UNC Greensboro, ranked outside the top 100. So it's not the most impressive resume on the year. So I would say one key for Tennessee tomorrow is to not be asleep heading into the game. The real factor is to get a good night's sleep beforehand. And the bed store where we are today can help you with that. We're at the Morristown location. Several locations in East Tennessee. The Morristown location today is where you can find Josh and Swain. You can find a location near you if you go to bedstore.com. Locations all over Lenoir City, Turkey Creek, Maryville. They have the brand new location that just opened a few months ago on Kingston Pike, plus Clinton Highway and Chapman Highway to go along with this location in Morristown. And at the bed store, you can find the ZZ bed. Get better Z's each night thanks to ZZ. Zakai Ziegler, only $5.99, starting out with the mattress to help you sleep better at night. They can help you find the right mattress for you, though, because they have the tuck fit process. Answer a few questions in less than 2 minutes, and they'll figure out which mattress fits with the way that you sleep from the bed store.
I like Jerry Stackhouse. I'm a big fan of Jerry Stackhouse. Him as a player.
So am I.
How competitive he is. I like what he does as a coach. Offensively, man, they ran a lot of good stuff.
The Vol Hills out there. Probably enjoyed Jerry when he was at UNC.
Yeah, 100%, man. Vanderbilt doesn't deserve Jerry Stackhouse. I wish Jerry Stackhouse would go somewhere else where he can actually have more support and a better crop of players to choose from on the recruiting trail. When I saw a quote, and this is from Billy Derrick, I get kind of scared when I see somebody with two first names. But Billy Derrick from Nashville, VandySports.com, quote from Jerry Stackhouse. There's a lot of Tennessee fans in Nashville. Vanderbilt fans are going to be here to make them unhappy. Hopefully, we can do our part to have them have a long night like they did last year. Oh, I like that. I like that from Jerry Stackhouse, man.
You like it?
I love it. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it. He's trying to help his fans get excited, get them to the game. But what he also did was remind this basketball team of what happened last year, like they didn't already know. Vescovi.
Yeah, come on.
Whatever, man. He changed his name. Vescovi missed some free throws late in that game. Also missed a defensive rotation or defensive assignment that allowed Vanderbilt to have a wide open three in the corner, and they hit it, and we lost the game. So this is payback for that game last year. And for Santi, I'm sure he wants to have a big game. I'm putting my money on Santi to go for over double figures and have a good one. I think he's going to do that. I'm willing to bet.
Easy there.
Hey, SEC receivers, man, we know how to bet now. We know how to bet.
The Keishon Boutte story, we'll have to get to that, but I'm rarely so caught off guard that I have to read every single detail to make sure I understand as best I can the thought process here. But we had the story coming out late in yesterday's show. So we just saw the initial report of the former LSU receiver with the New England Patriots being arrested because he had been gambling when he was at LSU, according to the police, underage. And then it turns out, created an account. It appears the usernames were simply just his name with his number, which is not a very good way to keep yourself from getting caught. It's a lot of money that was being bet, a lot of wagers that were being placed. You got to get your position group in order here.
Gosh. His username was Keishon Boutte 01. I guess that threw people off because his number is 7.
Well, I saw that he had another one maybe that he did too, and one had the number 7 at the end.
His second one
had
7 in it.
Okay.
So he had to create a second one after creating the first one because I think the first one got flagged, got shut down or whatever, and then he created a second one. And the second one, username was his first and last name. Spelled out, knowing that what he was doing was illegal.
Yeah, it wasn't just violating NCAA rules, which is its own issue. It was not legal within the state. So we've seen these other issues pop up, but it's really just a violation of rules within the organization, like the Detroit Lions players that were suspended, Calvin Ridley. He wasn't breaking the law. He violated NFL rules. Keishon is accused of breaking the law, and he's been charged. He also, it appears, had a wager on himself to score a touchdown, which I admire, in the Florida State game.
Dude, stop looking at me. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I forgot about this, but I remember watching it live, how upset he was on the sideline that he wasn't getting the football coming off the field. And Jaden Daniels was trying to calm him down. This is Daniels' first start for LSU. Remember, they opened the season. He was consoling him.
He was consoling him like a crying baby. And I understand from Kayshawn's standpoint. You've been running all these routes. You wide open. You've been practicing. You've been putting all this work in. You've been watching film. You've done extra stretching. You worked on it in practice. Hey, this is going to be open during the game. We run it in the game. I'm running my hardest. I'm huffing. I'm puffing. I'm tired. It's hot out here. And I'm open. You don't throw me the ball. I'm upset. I'm emotional. Just the fact that I didn't get the ball alone. This dude was emotional because he bet on himself to have a certain amount of catches and a touchdown.
I have come up with a defense that I think Kayshawn should use.
There's no defense that he should use.
Are you familiar with the term bet? Not place a wager, but the slang term bet.
Are you asking me that, Josh? Of course I'm familiar.
I would propose that Kayshawn present that before the opener, it's a big game, national stage against Florida State, Kayshawn says that he told Jaden Daniels, hey, man, you better get me the football. I'm going to score this week. I'm going to lead us to victory. Jaden said to him, bet. And Kayshawn, unaware of the slang term,
unaware, huh?
Took it literally and went to his local online sports book to follow his quarterback, his leader's suggestion. That's the defense I have.
You know, Kayshawn would have a better defense if he would pull the Shaggy route and just say, it wasn't me.
But your username was Kayshawn Butte.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
But your bets were all on college football, and some including the LSU Tigers.
Wasn't me.
We have another username, Kayshawn Butte 1.
Wasn't me.
The defense rests. We'll continue here on Josh and Swain. We'll look ahead to Tennessee Vanderbilt this weekend. We'll talk more Tennessee, SEC, college football. We've had a lot to discuss this week. We will continue some of the discussion from the past few days and invite you to be a part of it. 865-656-9900 for you to join us as we're at the Bed Store today. Bedstore.com to find a location near you. Our location between now and 3 o'clock in Morristown as we continue on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
When you want to get away from all the daily noise, escape to The Sports Animal stream on our app, smart speaker, or online. Text STREAM to 656-9900 for a listing of ways you can stream us.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
If you're one of those people that struggle to figure out what your special someone really wants for a gift, especially with Valentine's Day right around the corner, well, let me just give you a pro tip. They want a beautiful piece of jewelry from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Hey, this is Heather. TK Wheeler has anything you need, from small, elegant diamond tennis bracelets to so much bling on hoop earrings. They put diamonds on the inside and the outside of the hoop. They are fabulous. And I'll tell you this, he has it all, including a huge selection of engagement rings. They've got the diamond halo settings, the solitaire settings, and so many different diamonds to choose from. I don't know what it is right now, but I can't get enough of gold jewelry. I've got necklaces, some bracelets, and I wear them every day, either dressed up or with jeans and T-shirts. So they really do cover the spectrum at TK Wheeler Jewelers. He's located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. He's always there.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on social media at Josh and Swain, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Text noting that Kejon was accused of more than just one bet. No doubt. I think the number was close to about 9,000 wagers is part of the accusation. Another good point, though, that could be used in his defense if needed. I always heard you should bet on yourself.
He did that.
So, interesting story there. It did not go well for Kejon at LSU in the end. He made some plays. He's a very talented player, was drafted on that talent, but was at once thought to be a first-round pick, went in the 6th round, played sparingly for the Patriots this past season, but right now is in trouble with the allegations that he bet underage while at LSU.
How many scandals will LSU deal with and overcome? Like, no one is better than LSU than having a scandal, overcoming it, and still going out and winning a championship.
You know the term built for this?
LSU's built for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had the stuff with their football program, with the nonprofit. They won a championship. They had the scandal with Pokey Chapman, the girls' coach, and went out, brought in a different coach after Nikki Fargas. They won a championship. And basketball, they've had drama while winning at a high level. Now, they've stunk, but even when that was going on, they were one of the top 10, top 15 teams in the country. No one handles chaos and scandals like LSU, man. They do a good job of it.
News in the last 24 hours, Prime Video has greenlit a new docuseries that follows LSU's 2023-24 athletic season as a means of examining the impact of NIL. Because they have players across different sports. Jaden Daniels, their Heisman Trophy winner, would be one, but also women's athletics. Olivia Dunn is as recognized as any college athlete in the NIL space.
Yeah.
Not far behind would be Angel Reese from their basketball team. Yeah. So Prime Video will have a docuseries, it looks like, following the NIL side with LSU.
I want them to add Keishawn Butte in there, too. Yeah, add him in there. Give us good TV. Don't give us a little bit. Give us the whole thing, Amazon. He was a star player. Add him in there. Said this yesterday. That's not his worst scandal that he was allegedly part of either. So, Butte was doing everything besides focusing on playing football.
It doesn't appear the focus was where it needed to be.
Not at all.
That appears safe to say. As we continue at the Bed Store today, we're in Morristown having a great time out here. This is the place to stop by if you're looking for a new mattress that can help you save. Sleep well tucked into a Tempur-Pedic or Beauty Rest black mattress starting at only $19 a month. They have great financing offers for you. They can make it very quick as well in finding the right kind of mattress for you. TuckFit.com, 90 seconds, 10 questions. You can start the journey to the mattress that fits you right at the Bed Store. We're in Morristown. They have 7 area locations in East Tennessee. Go to bedstore.com to find a location near you. They'll even tuck you in as we get ready for basketball this weekend. Tennessee against Vanderbilt. The Vols have had a full week to get ready for the game. It's a 6 o'clock Eastern tip-off tomorrow in Nashville. Tennessee against Jerry Stackhouse's team.
Josh Ward. Is Ward considered a first name?
Sure, can be. Brandon took umbrage with your comment.
Really? Yeah. 2 first names, man.
Ward Burton?
I got to keep my eye on folks with 2 first names.
Let's see. Yeah, people with 2 first names often have 3 because of the middle name.
Oh, that's right. 3 first names.
Yeah. So, yeah,
what did Brandon say?
I'm like 2.5. What do you mean, Swain?
I'm sure Brandon has a first last name.
He has a first, middle, and last. Yeah.
I was just kidding, man. Take a joke.
I'm not sure. You go by Swain.
Yeah.
To so many people, it's become a first name for you. How many people know Jason's your first name?
Not many.
Jason who?
Not many. I don't even respond to people who say Jason. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me?
Was it the people closest to you, or what group calls you Jay? Braden Gall, I think, refers to you as Jay a lot when he comes on.
Yeah, friends, family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go by either.
Okay.
You know, Jay is in my name, just like Josh is in Joshua. So I go by that too, 100%.
Okay.
But I was just joking. Don't get upset. Don't send any emails unless you're gonna send it to Josh Ward. Don't send any tweets unless you're gonna send it to Josh's Twitter account, because I'm not gonna answer them. Anyways,
Jay Ward and Jay Swain. That's the new name of the show. Camera watching on YouTube. Why did y'all switch sides? I've been watching Swain for years. He's always on my right.
Just the way it's set up today.
Yeah.
Just today.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yesterday I was on that side.
Yep. At Ted Russell Ford. Yep.
Thinking about it.
Yep. Here we are today.
Here we are, man.
Sports Animal YouTube page.
Versatile. We versatile.
Yeah, we're going to talk more Tennessee hoops. We'll have a lot of football talk. The McElroy comments.
Y'all, relax.
Got so much attention this week. We'll come back to that as well, because it's not just the comments I thought were a compliment, honestly. Overall, you can disagree with the opinion, but the reaction was not taken as such. So we'll talk about that. It's a playoff conversation for 2024 that will last for 7+ months heading into the start of the season and then into it. But Tennessee's basketball team is a top 5 team in the country. It's getting a lot of attention. Dalton Connect's getting a lot of attention. We'll talk to David Cobb of CBSSports.com when we come back to see what he thinks about this Tennessee team, the race in the SEC, and a look around the nation. David Cobb joins us next when we continue here at the Bed Store in Morristown on Josh and Swain.
To receive breaking news on the Tennessee Vols, text the word Vols to 865-656-9900. That's VOLS to 865-656-9900. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Another day and another top 10 upset in college basketball, and this one might be the most shocking yet. Number 9, Arizona was an 18.5-point favorite Thursday night on the road at Oregon State, but that didn't stop the Beavers. Jordan Pope's buzzer-beating 3 sealed the 83-80 upset victory. Arizona becomes the 5th top 11 team to lose to an unranked opponent this week. New England Patriots wide receiver Kayshon Boutte was arrested Thursday in Baton Rouge over allegations of illegal sports betting while he played at LSU. The charges against Boutte include a felony count of computer fraud and a misdemeanor count of gambling. Boutte allegedly used an alias to get around the age requirement and is believed to have placed more than 8,900 wagers, with at least 17 bets on college football and 6 involving LSU. The investigation is ongoing. More Josh and Swain is on the way next. The guys out in the Bed Store at Morristown today. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Charlie Collier.
Should all the acquaintance be forgot and dirty carpets too? Tyler Ivins, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I can tell you if you use my name, when you schedule at Zero Res, you can start 2024 off the right way with fresh, fluffy carpets thanks to our friends at Zero Res. You can pick up the telephone and you can give them a ring, 865-816-5250, and when you mention me from the Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned and a hallway cleaned for free for just $109. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the plumbing company we have used at my home multiple times when we had an underground leak last year. We called Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They came out. If you have run into an issue in the last couple of weeks with the weather that we have had, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can help. If you are worried, hey, weather can cause some damage. We want to make sure that we're okay, that we prevent potential problems. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can help with preventative maintenance. If there is an issue, they can provide a solution that makes things simple to avoid future issues. Wilson Brothers Plumbing has 5-star Google reviews across the board because of the great work that they have done and the great customer service that they always offer. Committed to craftsmanship, committed to making sure whatever need you have is met. If you run into a problem, if you want to avoid running into a problem, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. You can go online to wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
You're in pain, your neck hurts, your back hurts, your ankles hurt, your joints hurt, any joint pain. Don't go through another year with all that stuff. Get with QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative non-surgical pain relief. And I mean that. Your body, it has what it needs to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue, but QC Kinetics can make it happen for you. And they do it with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. The future of this pain treatment is here with QC Kinetics. Tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country with arthritis pain, injury pain, any joint pain. Get your life back and get that free consultation. Get a second opinion. Don't let them tell you drugs and steroids and surgery are your only options. QC Kinetics wants to help you right now. Appointments available next week. Clinics in Farragut and Powell. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799.
There's a beauty in your future, I can see it up ahead. It's the very same model you've been seeing in your head. Ted Russell Nissan, we got it going on.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Buy any new Nissan from us and you will receive a lifetime warranty. And that's a long, long time. If you can drive it, we can warranty it. Ted Russell Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty on Kingston Pike.
We got it going on.
Clouds stick around today, but it is a warm one. We got highs into about the low to mid 60s, only dropping into the upper 40s to near 50 overnight. We'll see a few more showers move back in overnight. Another soggy and rainy day throughout the day on Saturday with highs in the mid 50s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Friday afternoon, getting ready for the weekend. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We're at the Bed Store. We're in Morristown today. Find a location near you, 7 area locations. Go to bedstore.com to find the one closest to you. Tennessee will be down the road in Nashville, taking on Vanderbilt in basketball on Saturday evening. Joining us now, the Stanley Fencing Gates Hotline, we say hello to David Cobb, covering college basketball, college football as well for CBSSports.com. David, how are you?
Hey, guys, I'm doing okay. How about y'all?
Hey, we're doing really well, and Tennessee's off to a good start, I'd say, this season and into SEC play. What do you think about Tennessee's play so far and the impact of Dalton Connect, everything that you've seen come together for Tennessee as a team to this point?
Yeah, Dalton Connect's been incredible, and I give a lot of credit to Rick Barnes for letting him be incredible because over the years we've sometimes seen him stifle players when they make a defensive mistake or they make a turnover. He has that quick hook, and he's quick to sit a guy down when maybe he's not living up to the standard. And when you get a guy like Dalton Connect in there, you got to let him play through some mistakes. The level that he came from, being a JUCO guy, then a low major guy, it's not going to be just a perfect finished product in all facets from day one. But I think Rick recognized what he could bring offensively and was therefore willing to work through some of the defensive acclimation and some of the other stuff. And the fact that he's done that, and they've gone a little more up tempo and played a bit of a more modern offense, has really unlocked the potential of Tennessee this year.
Yeah, so how do you compare that potential of Tennessee to the SEC competition, the top teams that will battle Tennessee most likely to try to win the SEC?
Well, yeah, it's looking really good for Tennessee right now. If you look at the resumes of the top four, I think most people would agree at the moment it is a 4-team race going alphabetically: Alabama, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. Those feel like the 4 that have a chance to win the conference. And at the moment, what sets Tennessee apart from that group is the resume that Tennessee has put together. Because you flash back to that second win of the season at Wisconsin, that win is aging incredibly well, because in the moment, Wisconsin felt like a low to mid-tier Big Ten team. They are in first place in the Big Ten right now, ahead of even Purdue. And you go and look at the resumes of the other contenders for the SEC title, and there's nothing of that magnitude really when you combine the Wisconsin win and the Illinois win. I know Kentucky beat North Carolina, but that's all the Cats have. And then they've got a couple of bad losses now. So Tennessee's been the most consistent. Tennessee's losses have been understandable. And then Alabama and Auburn really don't have a lot of meat on the resume. The win over Auburn was Alabama's first win against a ranked team. And Auburn still doesn't have a quad 1 win. So we think these other teams are good, but we know Tennessee is good.
Who is Tennessee's biggest threat in the SEC to be able to win the SEC outright in the regular season? Who's Tennessee's biggest threat in your opinion?
I think it's Auburn. They're deep. Bruce, I mean, we don't need to explain Bruce Pearl to your listeners. I mean, y'all everybody knows what he's about, what his teams are. They are legit, even though they don't have the resume, even though they didn't play a tough non-con. 4 of their next 5 are of the quad 1 variety. And I think they're going to win at least 3 of them, 3 of those 4. And that puts them in pretty good shape. The advanced analytics and metrics love this team. They're so diverse. Auburn has so many different types of players and types of weapons to where even a team like Tennessee could struggle defensively against an Auburn, because there's no boilerplate way to defend the Tigers, because they can hurt you in about 1,000 different ways with the types of players that they have on that team. And they go 11 or 12 deep, which is insane.
David Cobb, CBSSports.com, is with us. How good is the SEC as a league, as best you can tell to this point in the year? It's still early in conference play.
Yeah, I think the thing right now is that the only teams that are totally out of the NCAA tournament picture are Vanderbilt and LSU. I mean, I guess LSU could put together a crazy second half of the season and maybe get back onto the bubble. Unlikely, I would say. And then you got teams, of course, like Missouri. They would need to make a run. So maybe you got 3. So you got 11 of the 14 in the SEC right now. Still feel like they have a shot to make the NCAA tournament. That's pretty good. Now, of course, 11 aren't going to make it. You're probably going to end up with 8. That's good. I think the SEC would probably be my 3rd best conference in college basketball right now, behind the Big 12 and the Big East. And there have been years where you could argue the SEC was number 2, and of course there have been years where it was number 4, number 5. So it's a middle of the pack conference, and it's in good shape. I think come NCAA tournament time, it's going to have a really hefty representation.
Everyone knows Dalton Connect, David. What player on this squad for Tennessee deserves more conversation and more recognition?
Yeah, I think you got to give a lot of credit to a guy like Santiago Vescovi for sort of embracing a diminished offensive role in his 5th season with the program. A guy who at many times over the years has been Tennessee's primary offensive option. Now he's like their 3rd or 4th option, but he still seems really engaged. He seems invested. He seems willing to do the things that Rick Barnes is asking him to do for Tennessee to win games. And you can't just assume that a veteran who's used to having the ball in his hands is going to be okay with that. So I think that speaks to Santi's commitment to the program, his character, the fact that he's willing to be a little bit of an unsung hero in what's his final year of college basketball.
What do you think of Tennessee against Kentucky? They'll play twice in the regular season. They're just a few games away from playing each other, but they'll go up against each other twice. Final game of the regular season. Kentucky has a lot of talent, youth, as you would expect, and then the veteran play of Tennessee. How does that come together on the court?
Well, if you watched Kentucky versus South Carolina the other night, South Carolina's pressure defense really agitated Kentucky. Kentucky was unable to get quality three-point looks in the second half of that game, and that's what Tennessee is going to bring. They're going to be like up in you defensively. Tennessee does play a lot faster than South Carolina, so I think maybe the key in a Tennessee-Kentucky matchup is limiting Kentucky in transition, because they are the best three-point shooting team that Kentucky has had in years, and they start coming in bunches when they get out in transition. And once Kentucky gets a couple of stops, they can really bury you quick. So when Tennessee and Kentucky play, it may be one of those games where Rick actually wants to slow it down a little bit. And I'm a big proponent of how they've been running, how they've been playing 4 out more than they have in the past. But, matchup by matchup, that Kentucky game's one where you might look at what South Carolina did and say, hey, let's slow these guys down, try to hold them under 70, and use our excellent defense to our advantage in that game.
Do you think South Carolina this year could be last year's Missouri inside the SEC, or maybe even last year's Texas A&M, a team that no one really gave a lot of seriousness to as far as them being able to compete in the SEC, but they come out and they're one of the biggest surprises in the conference?
100%. If the season ended today, South Carolina is going to the NCAA tournament. Get this, South Carolina has been to one NCAA tournament in the last 20 years. That's insane.
It's crazy considering how much they care about it there too.
Yeah, and the one time they did go to the tournament, they went to the Final Four. So Lamont Paris came from Chattanooga, by the way. Like he was on staff at Wisconsin for a long time, so he learned the ropes from like Bo Ryan and Greg Gard and those guys. And so when they slow it down and hold Kentucky below whatever they scored the other night, that's Lamont Paris's coaching DNA coming through, and it's something that you don't see a whole lot of in the SEC. I mean, they're like 300 and something in pace, which gives them a chance to stay in basically every game. And then when you have veteran guards like they do, and you're in a close game with under 5 minutes to play, you're going to feel good about your chances of winning. So he's done a really good job of very quickly instilling his culture, his identity at South Carolina. After last year, they just sort of had to throw together a roster. They had to go out and get Gigi Jackson. That didn't work. But year two, he has turned this thing around and is kind of taking the cake among those second-year coaches in the league, because LSU still hasn't broken through. Georgia's still sort of teetering, trying to get to the bubble. And then, of course, Missouri's taken a little bit of a step back this year. So it's an impressive job that Lamont Paris is doing at South Carolina.
Hey, David, before you go, basketball is the focus here in the middle of college hoop season. But, Tennessee football always remains a big talking point in Knoxville. Do you have any Nico or big picture Tennessee takeaways from the end of the 2023 season as the Vols are looking ahead to 2024?
Thought it was amazing. That bowl game was everything you wanted it to be. I hated the fact that this guy was going to be making his first career start against Iowa. I mean, that is the last defense you want to play when you're a freshman, really getting your first taste of college football. But even considering those circumstances, he handled it really well. So I'm encouraged by where Tennessee is at going into next season. Let's see if they can, maybe once the spring portal opens, let's see if they can get another playmaker or two on the perimeter, right? Like we got to get that receiving core back to where it was in 22. But if they can do that, the sky's the limit for that offense next season.
CBSSports.com, that's where you can go read David's work. College football during the year, college basketball, the focus right now. They have a great team covering college hoops. David, thanks so much for taking time to hop on the show today. Great to see you. Great to talk to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
David Cobb joining us here on Josh and Swain. Tennessee at Vanderbilt on Saturday. Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Auburn. Looks like the Big Four in the SEC, but Tennessee in a good position. We will react. We'll continue the conversation. We'll invite you to be a part of it. 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, you can call, you can text in, and you can join us here at the Bed Store in Morristown until 3 o'clock. Next to Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We continue on Josh and Swain.
4 out of 5 sports fans listen to Tennessee football talk on the Sports Animal Stream. The 5th is an Alabama fan, and he can't listen to anything since the batteries died at his transistor radio in 1981. Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Lakeside Tavern, 10911 Concord Park Drive in Knoxville.
Folks, when you're looking for a vehicle for you or your business, make sure you give Freedom Motors a call. Make sure you go buy Freedom Motors. It doesn't matter if it's your first time going there on their lot or it's your 10th time in a week. They'll make sure to work with you to find that right vehicle at the right price and the right financing. Freedom Motors uses their power with local credit unions to make sure that you get the best deal possible on your next ride. Freedom Motors is located right there on Maynardville Pike in Halls. They have a full selection of cars, trucks, vans, campers, RVs, and power sports vehicles. Whatever you need, they have you covered. Every vehicle comes with a 90-day warranty, and your financing is guaranteed. Freedom Motors can bring the car right to your front door. Car, truck, camper, RV. They'll make sure that you get a great look at it and be right there in your front door. Check out the selection. Freedom Motors on Maynardville Pike or online at freedommotors.tn.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well-tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. It is championship weekend in the NFL, and the BetQL model isn't making a pick on a side, but it does like one of the totals this weekend. Detroit will be looking for their first trip to the Super Bowl as they face San Francisco, but the Niners' defense has been a tough one to crack. Jared Goff has lost 5 straight starts against San Fran, and the BetQL model is not expecting that to change, or the Lions to put up a ton of points this weekend. The BetQL best bet for the weekend is the under between Detroit and San Francisco. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
January is no time for the same old meals. HelloFresh is here to kickstart 2024 with enticing flavors and fresh ingredients paired with easy-to-follow recipes and delivered to your door. They'll keep your taste buds guessing with their most expansive menu yet. Over 45 delicious recipes to choose from each week. Right now, get free breakfast for life with code RadioBreakfast at HelloFresh.com/RadioBreakfast. That's one free breakfast item per box while subscription is active with code RadioBreakfast at HelloFresh.com/RadioBreakfast.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Thanks to David Cobb for joining us from CBS Sports last segment. We have Charlie Collier producing for us today, Jay Lyford engineering right here at the Bed Store in Morristown. We're having a time.
David Cobb was just like a lot of people who saw Nico's first start versus, a good defense in Iowa for the first time and was a little concerned.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's normal. But Nico showed why he's so special. He showed why he didn't need to play in trash time versus Austin Peay to get meaningful reps for the 2024 season. Like, he don't need that. He didn't need it, and his performance versus Iowa proved that.
Yeah, I'm going to be sticking to that one until further notice, that calls for players to get some extra snaps at the end of the game often will not affect what their future is. If you want to see the player, totally understand, call for him, I get it. But not playing against Austin Peay, that was more of a problem because the starters didn't do well enough for him to get that chance. Nico was going to be fine of what he will become as a player, whether he played against Austin Peay or got an extra series against UTEP or UConn or not.
Yeah, he's special.
His development is happening behind the scenes, not in garbage time against garbage teams.
Number one player in the country for a reason. And I understand rankings are not the end-all, be-all. They could be wrong.
Yeah.
But he's him. He's special.
Yep. But more often than not, players ranked right there, they're going to be all right. Further down you go, the more wiggle room you have of you're the number one guy and you're locked in and you're working, you're gonna work out just fine. And I think Nico's going to work out just fine for Tennessee, just fine and then some.
Yeah. Another part of David Cobb's interview that stood out to me was when I asked him about what other player deserves recognition outside of Dalton Connect, and he mentioned Santiago Vescovi, who you look at the stat sheet, he's not necessarily lighting it up, but his buy-in, what he means defensively on the perimeter, leadership, and when your teammates can see you go through some adversity and push through and put the team first, that means a lot for your teammates. They're going to be willing to do the same thing. They're going to have a lot of respect for you. To lose a family member as close as Santi lost in another country and then come back and try to be locked in as he can and fight through that, his teammates are going to respect that and want to play that much harder for him. And I think that was a really, really cool answer by David Cobb. I don't know if he said that because of that reason, but it made me think about the adversity that Santiago had to go through this year.
Yeah, Santi's shooting almost half as many field goal attempts per game as last year. He came back for a super senior season, and his shots were essentially cut in half. But he's still going out there and playing in a way to try to help Tennessee in a different kind of role. Last week, Santi and Josiah both received praise from Barnes for how unselfish they are and how important it is to them to win at Tennessee and leave as two of the most winningest players in Tennessee basketball history. But Vescovi on offense, his role is changed more, I'd say, with Connect's arrival than Josiah's, because what David said, he was the focal point or the primary guy, and is not that anymore. That's Dalton. But they recognize why that needs to be for Tennessee's offense and for Tennessee's team.
I'm pretty sure Rick Barnes made that clear when Santi came back, when this team was being constructed and transfers were being added. Mm-hmm. when looking at the 2024 season and how it would look or need to look for this team to be successful, I'm pretty sure Josiah and Santi were made aware that, hey, we got a scorer coming in here that's a NBA bucket getter. Your shots are going to be limited. Not limited, but it's going to be, cut. You're not going to get the same amount of shots. You're not going to get the same amount of opportunities. But we still need your leadership. We still need all the other things that you bring to this basketball team. And their unselfishness, them willing to embrace the role while having Dalton Connect do what he's been doing is the reason why Tennessee right now is the best team in the SEC and one of the best top 5 teams in the country. Oh, not bad. Top 4 teams in the country.
Let's be clear here, Swain.
Just saying, man. Just saying.
4 is ahead of 5.
Last time I checked, man.
Santi's never been this low. I mean, when he arrived, remember he arrived middle of the season. He's a new guy.
He arrived getting buckets
on a team that's already playing, and he was shooting 9 attempts per game. He's shooting under 6 per game this season, 4 years later. So the role has changed. He has adjusted. Several have adjusted. C.J. Moore last week when he joined the show said, actually Dalton and what they're able to do offensively does allow a little bit of rest on the offensive end in terms of how much you have to put in there, and they're able to go back to the other end and still kick butt on defense. The numbers kind of back that up. I think Tennessee's second right now in the nation in defense, so they're still there at the top. But offensively, Tennessee's top 20. They're one of currently 6 teams. There's 6 teams in the nation that are top 20 offensive and defensive efficiency. Tennessee is one of them.
Man, Tennessee playing the tough games at the beginning of the season before the conference schedule. Oh, David said non-con. That sounded so cool. I'm going to start using that. The non-con games, that helped Tennessee be in the position that they're in right now with new pieces, new guys and new roles. Looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow and beyond, especially the South Carolina game on Tuesday.
Yeah, he's all in the college hoops lingo. Non-con schedule.
Use that for football, man. And baseball.
Depends on what the non-con looks like.
Still use it.
This past year.
NC State is a non-con game.
There you go.
See? Keyshawn Butte is not a non-con. He is a con. I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
He was on a platter. He got arrested.
I saw the news. We'll come back 2 hours to go. Playoff talk. Playoff with Tennessee at the Bet Store on Josh and Swain.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Chad from Rusty Wallace Honda. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Rates as low as 0.9%. Huge selection of inventory, tons of local trades. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't forget, the price won't be the problem at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about SlamDot. If you are looking for ways to improve or change, upgrade what you're doing with your digital marketing, get in touch with SlamDot. SlamDot can help you design a website that will be effective for your message to help you reach more customers. They can help with search engine optimization and targeted ads to make sure when people are searching for a service or product that you offer that they are more likely to find you. SlamDot is the highest rated, most reviewed digital marketing company in East Tennessee because for 18 years they have been in business with an in-house team that's available, that's knowledgeable, that's responsive to help with your needs. They can help set you up with a free consultation upfront so they can learn more about your business and figure out the right plan to help you. Get in touch with SlamDot. Call and mention my name. You'll get 20% off a website package and your first 3 months of marketing. Call 865-238-5600, and you can go online to slamdot.com/Josh.
This has been a paid announcement.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the Doobie Brothers. Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee. The 2024 Tour. With special guest, the Robert Cray Band, live in Knoxville. Performing at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, July 14th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit theDoobieBrothers.com.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Lakeside Tavern, 10911 Concord Park Drive in Knoxville.
If you're looking for the next trend in fashion, perhaps take a look back at something more classic. Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. At Lehman Jewelers, we know that vintage is the new modern, which is why we have the largest selection of estate jewelry in East Tennessee. From our gorgeous high-quality gemstones and European-cut diamonds to previously loved gold jewelry, Lehman Jewelers is your #1 choice for the finest collection of estate jewelry. Do you have some antique jewelry that you don't wear anymore? Ask us about our consignment program to move out pieces that you don't wear, to make room for ones that you will wear. With locations in Turkey Creek and Maryville, Lehman Jewelers has been serving you since 1983. We would love the opportunity to give you a 5-star experience today. Come see what we are all about in store and online at lehmanjewelers.com. Lehman Jewelers, your new and estate jewelry headquarters for 40 years.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Come join our growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute. The Ravens versus the Chiefs is being portrayed as a one-on-one battle between Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, 2 MVPs going head-to-head. But that might not be the reality of this game. The QBs get all the attention, but I don't think either coach wants to throw the ball on Sunday. Both KC and Baltimore are going to try to establish the run game, and it's the best 2 scoring defenses in the NFL. Everyone has already decided this is a referendum on either Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. Let the game play out. And remember, there's a much bigger picture come Championship Sunday. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 2 hours to go. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. Tyler and Will take over at 3 on the Sports Animal. We'll also continue for the next 2 hours up in the Tri-Cities area. AM 640, the Sports Monster. A little bit closer today. We're at the Morristown location. Swain?
Right down the road.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Winkler Avenue, Morristown, one of 7 area locations for the bed store.
Easy drive in this morning. It's still morning. Easy
it
drive.
was. Yeah, it was really kind of nice and convenient.
Really was, man. Really was. So it's good to be here. It's always good to be here, and nothing like driving, seeing those East Tennessee mountains around you, man. I enjoy it.
I'll be with Swain for the next 30 minutes. Swain has agreed to solo pilot the last 90 while I try out one of the mattresses. That was his nice, courteous offer to me for this Friday. So thank you, Swain. Listeners would appreciate it, too.
Josh, I don't think they have any
here we go.
Baby beds in here today.
Yeah, you know what? When you set yourself up.
That's the new location. It'd be baby.
Swain.
Let me.
I've got an HR email address. I can fire one off real quick.
Oh, man. They don't have the baby bed store open yet, Josh. So.
And, hey, be careful, too. Zakai, he's got his mattress here. The ZZ bed from the bed store.
Zakai can finish in the paint in the SEC. He's different than you, Josh.
I'm hanging out in the wing. You know that. You know me.
You are there for 5 fouls. That's what you're there for, Josh.
The bed store, they have a great team of people that will take care of you. They take care of their own as well, something that we're going to try to learn about here on Josh and Swain. Stop by any location, one of the 7 area locations. We're in Morristown today, but you can find the bed store in Lenoir City, in Turkey Creek, in Maryville, also Chapman Highway, Clinton Highway, and the brand new location that opened up just a few months ago on Kingston Pike. Bedstore.com to find a location near you, and they will help you find the right mattress for you at the bed store. We're going to find Tennessee in the college football playoff in 2024. Become a talking point this week.
I like what David Cobb was saying, man. Another playmaker on the outside. I mean, I understand who we brought in. I understand the freshman we got. But another playmaker would not hurt if you're able to go out there and find one available that fits what you want to do.
I would like the idea of another playmaker at wide receiver and or running back. Now, it's got to be the right kind of player. I don't think you're just bringing in somebody to bring in somebody. But if you find somebody that is available, that's interested, that can help, they might be just fine at running back, but it's still an unknown to me. And the same could be said for wide receiver. I think they have a good chance to be better this upcoming year than last year, but there are still some questions that have to be answered. Chris Brazzell now stepping up a level to play in the SEC. Brew McCoy coming back from injury. Yeah. Other players who were on the team this past fall having to improve and play at a higher level this upcoming year.
Yeah, I mean,
plus the newcomers, Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley. Those are talented players who have to prove themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of new players available at the wide receiver position. I mean, you got to treat Brew McCoy as a new player because he's coming back from a significant injury, and we were without him for a majority of the season last year. And then you look at the freshman, and then you look at the transfer. So from a number standpoint, I guess it makes more sense to add a playmaker at the running back position. But I think coaches feel really good about the group, and losing two guys that have started multiple years for you seems like there's going to be a huge drop-off. Like I'm a little cautious about that transition, but I feel like the coaching staff are more confident in the running backs that we have right now that will be led by Dylan Sampson, but behind Dylan, not a lot of experience, but talent, but not a lot of experience. And so I'm a little bit more concerned than probably the coaches are, but I think when you look at how the running backs competed last year versus how the receivers competed last year and produced, you probably want to add a playmaker at receiver more than running back.
Keep in mind as well, the context of this is discussing maximizing Tennessee's potential. If we're talking about, hey, can Tennessee go win 10 games? Can Tennessee put itself in a position to make the college football playoff? You have to be really good.
Yeah, like I'm not really concerned about going 9-3 and 8-4. So I think sometimes, comments are made and people are like, "What? What are you talking about? With our talent, we can do this with our talent." Yeah, we can be 8-4, 9-3, if everything stays the same. But what do you want? Do you want everything to stay the same, or do you want to compete for a championship? If you want to compete for a championship, then how about you hush and listen? You want to have more talent in all areas as much as you possibly can. You want to have a little bit of luck on your side with injury, and then you need some key players to step up that's going to play at the next level. That's what happened in 2022. You had guys that played at the next level that stepped up and were some of your most productive players. That's why Tennessee was in a position to go and win a championship. If that college football playoff, 12-team playoff was in place 2 years ago, Tennessee is hosting a playoff game in the first round.
And when we talk about luck, that's why depth of talent really matters in this conversation. And they might end up being fine, but it is an unknown right now. 2 years ago when Cedric Tillman went down, that was a big loss, but they had Jalen Hyatt in place who was ready to help lead the way. They had Brew McCoy in place to play a big role. And then Ramel Keaton was a third option at receiver, right? This past year when Brew McCoy goes down and Ramel has to help lead the way, and they needed Dante Thornton to step up. It didn't go the way it did the year before.
No, it didn't. I mean, you had Brew, man. Brew stepped up. He was physical, made some big plays in the Florida game, made some big plays in the LSU game. I mean, he just really stepped up for you and just added so much in Tillman's absence. I mean, he was kind of that physical receiver that Tillman was, and then Hyatt had a record-setting year, so that also helped as well. Princeton Fant, you can't forget about him.
Sure.
He was a threat in the passing game. He was so versatile. Use him in the running game. He was just all around just really, really good. Had his best year, his last year at Tennessee. So when you had some injuries at the receiver position or you had some departures at the receiver position this past year, you were just really unable to bounce back. I mean, it just didn't happen the same way it happened the year before.
I saw you share on social media, the X as some call it, earlier today.
It wasn't me.
Similar thoughts to what we discussed 2 days ago when it came up in conversation. Greg McElroy, what he had said on the Always College Football podcast about Tennessee. He did an episode on SEC playoff chances. He did not discuss every team's chance. He only discussed the teams he believes has a chance, and Tennessee was on the list. He gave Tennessee a 15% chance of making the playoff. His record prediction as of today, it could be subject to change. He might have a different opinion in July or August. A lot of people have different opinions by then. But he said he leans 8-4 right now, thinks 8-4 or 9-3 is most likely. It caused a lot of people to react negatively. Not everybody. Some people said, yeah, that's fair. A lot of people said that's unfair. Some people had stronger reaction than that. But I think you and I had similar reactions to what Greg had said.
I mean, first, I don't think people understand that he gets a lot of criticism from Bama fans because they get upset with him when he is fair, when he is or trying to be impartial. He understands that being a former Bama quarterback, winning a championship there, living in Birmingham, people are already going to suspect him of being biased. So when he does call things down the middle, he gets so much hate from his own. It's like when Kurt Herbstreit had to move out of Ohio.
Was thinking of the same person in the same situation.
He was getting crushed by his own fan base. He had to move out and move to Nashville. So this thought that Greg McElroy is just biased to Alabama and never says anything critical of Alabama or never compliments another team inside the SEC is just false. And I don't think what he said was, again, that crazy.
Yeah, he gave Oklahoma a 10% chance of making the playoff. But Sooners fans weren't too happy.
And Oklahoma had a better start to the season, had longer championship aspirations, or actually in the title hunt and conversation longer than Tennessee was in 2023.
Yep.
So
there's the head-to-head matchup that will definitely matter between those two. Oklahoma's schedule is tougher, I think, as well. Tennessee's schedule is favorable compared to other teams within the conference and what the Vols are going to play. Not easy, but favorable compared to others.
What was Tennessee's playoff chances or postseason chances heading into 2022? I bet it was lower than 15%.
Sure.
I bet it was lower than 5%.
For a 14 playoff? I'm sure it was, yeah. Yeah, and I was asked that, what were their chances of going 10-2 in 2022? And my reaction was, not great. That's the point, is Greg didn't say Tennessee can't do it. He actually said the opposite. He said Tennessee can. Tennessee's on his list. He He says the odds are against Tennessee. That's his message. So if you think they have a better chance than 15%, totally fine. I would give Tennessee a better chance. Of what we're mainly talking about is Tennessee going 10-2. 9-3 might get you in. We don't know that yet. It's going to be the first year of the 12-team playoff. But you need to set your sights on 10-2.
Yeah.
So he's saying 15% chance of going 10-2. I would put it more in the 20s, but that's not far off. So I would feel better about Tennessee's chances than Greg. But like we had some responses that said 9-3 is the floor. I don't think that's quite right.
Tennessee plays against two teams that their rosters will be better than Tennessee's. Even though Alabama's had some departures, their roster still will be a little bit more complete and better than Tennessee's. Not the same as it was when Nick Saban was a coach.
Right.
Certainly different than Georgia's roster. So you look at those two games, and it's easy to say, all right, well, more talent on those two teams, that's two losses right there. And in the last 2 years, Tennessee has lost games versus teams with less talent. So you've done it for 2 years in a row. If I thump you in the back of your head on a Friday and I thump you in the back of your head on Saturday, what can you expect on Sunday?
A thumping.
Exactly. So, like, we've done the same thing for 2 years. We've lost to teams who are inferior to us from a talent standpoint. It's not crazy to assume that it can happen again this year.
Mm-hmm.
Let the team prove that's not going to happen.
Right.
You can't prove it arguing it on Twitter or on the message board or on whatever. Like, you're not going to be able to prove it. You ain't playing. Let the players prove it. Let them hear it. Let it motivate them. Let it fuel them. But they're the ones that have to prove that. But they've done it for the last 2 years. Lost to teams where we've had more talent.
What were the odds Jahmyr Gibbs was going to drop that football in the middle of the field on that final Alabama drive in 2022?
Dude, that was a beautiful drop. I've never seen a drop look so pretty. That was a beautiful drop.
One of your favorite drops?
Oh, dude, it's my favorite drop of all time.
Yeah.
But it was just a pretty drop.
It was pretty.
Like, sometimes you have these ugly drops, but, like, he kept running without the ball. That's the pretty drops.
Question in the text box, and then we'll continue the conversation. Jay asks, if Tennessee goes 10-2 and loses in the SEC title game to go 10-3, would making the title game hurt them more than help them in that situation? Potentially.
In that situation, but you can't use that against Tennessee or any team in that case. Like, if you lose 10 games in the regular season and the committee knows, like, hey, if this team doesn't play in this game, they're in, and then you lose, I guess, a close one to a team that's undefeated.
Yeah, that's part of it, too. Do you play a good competitive game?
Yeah.
Probably not hurt that much.
Yeah.
Do you get beaten up? That would probably hurt.
Yeah.
This one doesn't feel great. John texts in, Josh's bed will have wheels on it. The old car bed. They'll help you out with what you need at the Bed Store where we are today, bedstore.com to find a location near you. We're in Morristown, and we invite you to join us. Call or text in. What do you think of the conversation? 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
The Budweiser Studios are recognized worldwide on the Sports Animal app and online at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Transform your backyard into the perfect gathering spot with Native Design and Hardscapes. From design to construction, Native can bring your outdoor dream to life. Imagine relaxing on a composite deck with an outdoor kitchen or cozying up by a fireplace on a unique porch. Want to take it up a notch? How about a beautiful stone fire pit for those chilly East Tennessee evenings? Native can even design and install a stunning pool to make your backyard oasis complete. They also offer customized lighting and irrigation to keep your outdoor space looking great all year round. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com and start enjoying your Tennessee outdoor paradise.
Fellas, it's time to stop ignoring the signs of low testosterone levels. What are those signs? If you've been feeling tired, grumpy, you've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, maybe some weight gain, loss of muscle mass, these are signs that you need to pay attention to. Low T Center is a place where you need to go. They make it easy for you to get your levels checked. It's a simple blood test, and with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. It's concierge medicine for men. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone and have been exclusively treating men for years, with most health insurance being accepted. And they have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored self-inject treatments that ship directly to your home each month. So there's no need for you to drive to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it's just $25 to get your T level tested. Make your health and quality of life a priority and make it a great year. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Leave winter at the door and step into spring at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show, February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Stroll through grand gardens and meet the top vendors in home, garden, appliances, and more, all under one roof. Don't miss live music, DIY demos, maker workshops, and expert presentations on the how-to stage. Plus, enter to win one of 3 weekend getaways, courtesy of ORNL Federal Credit Union. And don't forget the kids. Creation Station will feature free activities and entertainment just for them. Kids 12 and under get in free. From the ground to the gutters, make your home and garden dreams come true at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show. Presented by Tim's Fencing and supported by ORNL Federal Credit Union. February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Visit dogwoodarts.com for more details.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
If you're looking for the next trend in fashion, perhaps take a look back at something more classic. Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. At Lehman Jewelers, we know that vintage is the new modern, which is why we have the largest selection of estate jewelry in East Tennessee. From our gorgeous high-quality gemstones and European-cut diamonds to previously loved gold jewelry, Lehman Jewelers is your #1 choice for the finest collection of estate jewelry. Do you have some antique jewelry that you don't wear anymore? Ask us about our consignment program to move out pieces that you don't wear, to make room for ones that you will wear. With locations in Turkey Creek and Maryville, Lehman Jewelers has been serving you since 1983. We would love the opportunity to give you a 5-star experience today. Come see what we are all about in store and online at lehmanjewelers.com. Lehman Jewelers, your new and estate jewelry headquarters for 40 years.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain today. Each and every day from 12 until 3, we're with you on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Also every day in the Tri-Cities, AM 640 The Sports Monster. And you can search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts. You can go back and listen on demand on your favorite podcast platform, plus YouTube, thanks to Beatty Chevrolet powering the podcasts. And we invite you to join us, 865-656-9900, with today's show in Morristown, one of 7 area locations for the Bed Store, bedstore.com. Nick texting in from Knoxville. I agree with Swain's argument of if this team didn't have to play this game, they're in, but we just saw that happen to Georgia. Georgia did drop. Things changed with a 4-team to a 12-team. Yeah. We'll see what that means seeding-wise. Like if it was a 12-team playoff, is
Georgia would be in.
Yeah, Georgia would definitely be in. I wonder if they would have been seeded still ahead of Florida State.
I mean, I think as long as they got a first-round home game. Then
yeah, either way you're hosting in that scenario.
Yeah, like
and Georgia lost as an unbeaten team going in. That's a little different than a 10-2 team.
Different.
So we're all going to figure this out as best we can in year one to see how a 12-team playoff go. It also won't go the same every year. It was almost poetic how the final 4-team playoff is the one that gave us the ultimate battle of 5 to 6 teams trying to get in, with an unbeaten being left out.
Yeah, it was a cluster. The last one was
of course it ended up that way, right? In the 4-team playoff.
In the last one, yep, for sure.
And we're also seeing this 12-team playoff come together with the power conferences coming together with those going from the Pac-12 to the Big Ten. The SEC gets deeper with Oklahoma and Texas. So how will that change what the records are? Will have some impact, I'm sure. But target 10-2 in the regular season to try to get in. By the way, 10-2, if you're 6-2 in the conference, when the league is now taking the top 2 teams, it's not about winning a division. That doesn't guarantee you a spot in the conference title game either. So maybe the question there is, if you're 6-2 in the conference, would you rather be third than second? That's maybe the question.
As long as you're at home, hosting a playoff game, that's how I would look at it. But, of course, you want the most favorable matchup in the second round, too. But I'm sorry, man. I can't stop looking at this video.
What do we have here? Oh.
Bold strategy, Vandy. Bold strategy.
Vandy with a little hype that could backfire heading into tomorrow? Is that what I'm looking at?
Tweet from last night. Magic only needs a second. Anchor down the video clip of their last second shot, game-winning shot last year. Listen, if this is your way, Vanderbilt, is trying to get people to come to your game, cool, whatever. But I don't think this is a really good idea. This is going to backfire. I hope Tennessee beats their eyes shut tomorrow. I want a running clock. I want the scoreboard to be not turned off. I want the lights to be brighter on the scoreboard. Like stuff like this, man. This is what gets your social media team in trouble. They want to be cute. They want to get those retweets and likes or reposts and likes, and they want this social media clout. Oh, you better get some clout. Right. So the Vanderbilt players can thank their social media director for this. Because if I'm Tennessee and I see this, especially if I was on the team last year, no, we got to win by 40. We got to win by 40 tomorrow.
I like the look in Swain's eye when he's out for blood all of a sudden, because I just saw it.
Sorry, man. I'm supposed to be a radio host. I'm not an athlete anymore. But I'm sorry. You got a glimpse of me versus Alabama.
Yeah, you officially retired 2 or 3 weeks ago at D1, right?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I tried to pitch you on a comeback.
Almost 2 decades ago.
Was that how long? Time moves.
Almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah. Why
would you do this?
So if Tennessee plays a tight game on the road, going on the road in college basketball is tough. Charlie's updated everybody on the Arizona result last night. It's just tough to go on the road and win against anybody.
I don't care what Charlie's talking about.
That's not going to be good enough for Swain. A 1-point victory against Vandy?
I don't care nothing about that game.
Okay.
Sorry, Charlie. Charlie's doing his job, letting us know that it was a big upset, probably the biggest upset of the year in college basketball, but I don't care about that.
Yeah, don't blame your rage on Charlie here.
No. I just want Charlie to understand. I have nothing against Charlie here. He's doing his job, doing it very, very well. I'm just saying that don't be trying to lower my expectations just because Arizona didn't handle business.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt, Josh Ward.
Uh-huh.
When I asked Ron Slay about Vanderbilt and Jerry Stackhouse on Tuesday, our guy Ron Slay didn't even want to talk about it because he likes Jerry Stackhouse.
Yeah.
And they're so bad.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to talk about it.
Oak Hill connection there, yeah.
They're so bad.
They're bad. They're 5-13. They have not beaten a team ranked in the top 100 by KenPom.
But they tweeting this out about last year.
Got to hold on to something.
None of them dudes that was on them team last year is on this team this year.
Yeah.
Why would you tweet that out?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a couple of folks, but not the main guys. The main guys are gone.
Hence the record.
So why would you even post that? Probably a good thing I'm not a coach. Because up 30, Dalton Connect, stay in. Stay in, Dalton Connect. Stay in. We're going to run a flare screen for you.
Yep.
Running horns. Dalton Connect, the top of the key. Double screen. You pick which way you want to go, man.
You're telling Meshack 94 feet.
Full core press. Z, you know what to do, Zakai Ziegler. Give him the business.
The look on Rick's face late in the Florida game when Dalton's trying to get 40. They call a timeout, a minute and a half to go, time to come out. And Zakai's making his pitch to Rick to leave Dalton in so he can get the 40 points. The look on Rick's face of, have you lost your mind?
That won't be a look on my face. I would have a look of pride.
Swain would have a look, I want 50.
I want 50. You know what? I don't need Dog Connect to get 40. Because a bigger insult is for someone that averages less than 10 points to get 30 points. That's the biggest insult. We've been on the receiving end of that. If Dalton Connect goes and scores 40 against Vanderbilt, he scored 37 versus North Carolina. He dropped 39 versus Florida. Not a big deal. But
you're going to run a baseline set for JP Estrella to get one from the corner?
But if Estrella goes for 30 or Freddie DeLeon goes for 30 tonight or tomorrow, that hits a little bit harder. I wish I didn't care as much as I did, though. But stuff like that bothers me.
Got to be a professional here, Swain.
Now you see what happened when Marshawn Lynch was on ESPN talking about coming to Knoxville in 2006 and treating it like a vacation. How offended I was.
Is that when you spoke to the team?
That is when I spoke to the offense
at
the beginning of practice, and James Mitchell, our team chaplain, looked at me like he didn't know who I was anymore.
You told him earmuffs?
Correct. David Cutcliffe looked at me like, wow, okay. But I tell you one thing, we had a great week of practice, and you saw what we did during the game.
The results
but that stemmed from that those comments from Marshawn Lynch, man.
All right, Swain's ready to go. He's going to show Vanderbilt tomorrow whose state it is.
No, don't even try.
As
man.
we continue, 90 minutes to go.
You're the worst.
Here in Morristown, we're at the Bed Store, one of 7 area locations. They have the ZZ Bed here, the Zakai Ziegler mattress starting at $5.99. They can help you save. They have great financing offers for you. Get tucked into a great mattress from the in-house brand, Well Tuck, starting at only $9 a month, and you can go through the Tuck Fit process. 90 seconds, answer 10 questions, then they can figure out the right type of mattress for you. 7 area locations. Find the one closest to you at bedstore.com. Next to VFL, Jason Swain, as you can tell.
You're terrible.
I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Coaching carousel rolls along as 2 more openings were filled Thursday. The Carolina Panthers hire Buccaneers offensive coordinator Dave Canales as their next head coach, while the Atlanta Falcons have tapped Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris as their next lead man. Canales spent several years under Pete Carroll in Seattle before his stint in Tampa, and he's known widely for his work with quarterbacks. Morris was previously a head coach in Tampa and has spent the last 3 years leading the Rams defense. There are now just 2 head coaching vacancies left unfilled, Washington and Seattle. Top 25 hoops to look forward to this weekend. Number 7, Kansas takes the trip to Ames to take on number 23, Iowa State. Number 20, Texas Tech, they're at number 11, Oklahoma. Number 8, Auburn heads to Starkville. They're at Mississippi State. Number 9, Arizona looks to bounce back from a loss at Oregon. And number 5, Tennessee. 6 o'clock on SEC Network and right here on the Sports Animal. They're at Vanderbilt. More Josh and Swain is on the way next. They're at the Bed Store out in Morristown. Have a great weekend. I'm Charlie Collier.
Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party. Don't miss the debut of the all-new Hot Wheels 5 Alarm and your favorites, Bigfoot, Megarex, Tiger Shark, and more. Be amazed by the high flyers of freestyle motocross and the fire-breathing transforming robot, Transaurus. Plus the Crash Zone Free Show Party before each performance and special kids pricing available. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Truck toys come to life. January 27th and 28th at Food City Center. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. It's a 5-star club, part of the Covenant Health family, with everything you need to hit your fitness goals. As you start up your fitness journey, when you go in, you can start out with a free 3-day trial. Try out the facility. I think you're going to love it. We love our family membership, which includes complimentary childcare. With your membership, you have access to more than 85 group fitness classes that take place every week. You have access to the indoor pool, open 12 months out of the year, plus during the spring and summer months, the outdoor pool, then pickleball, tennis, racquetball. There's an indoor basketball court. They have personal training available for you if you need at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, and the facility itself is always well taken care of. They have a great staff that is always available to help you, and no long-term contracts. When you sign up month to month. Stop by and check it out for yourself. Kingston Pike, right off Pellissippi Parkway. Find them online, fshfc.com. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
There's a beauty in your future, I can see it up ahead. It's the very same model you've been seeing in your head. Ted Russell Nissan, we got it going on.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. When you buy a new Nissan from Knoxville's Nissan Leader, we'll warranty it for as long as you can drive it. Now every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
We got it going on.
And Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas? Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. They're proud to be known for their outstanding hometown customer service. They've been doing things that way for over 60 years. Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling, and you can even shop for tires and see their current stock right from your computer or smartphone. They invite you to stop in to one of their convenient 5 locations or come see them online at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Matlock Tire. The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains and to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world, and to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood, love every moment.
It's a mild but cloudy day. We got highs into the low to mid 60s. We're dropping near 49 degrees overnight. Another soggy day ahead for your Saturday. On and off rain, heavy at times. Looking at about another inch and a half. Isolated spots up to 2 inches by the end of the day. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
No matter where you go, there we are. Stream us anywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal on the app or website. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. We're live there. Sports Animal YouTube channel. Stop by, subscribe, like. Always helps the ego a little bit when you do that for us. Same with the podcast feed. We'll invite you to join us calling or texting in as well. 865-656-9900 to be a part of today's show. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Word. We are in Morristown at the Bed Store today, one of 7 area locations, bedstore.com. We say hello to Jay on Josh and Swain. Jay, good afternoon. Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Well, Josh, since you're in Morristown, are you going to be buying Swain some Pal's French fries and hamburger?
I offered. He said he didn't want to be seen with me outside of where we're contractually required to be.
Well, you got to go get a Pal's Frenchy fry if you're going to be up in Morristown. That's all I got to say. But no, y'all were talking about the playoff. I got a question for y'all because I was reading. I guess they're looking at changing this due to the Pac-12 situation. But as of right now, it's the 6 highest rated conference champions and 6 at large, if you look on the NCAA website. Maybe they go to a 5-7 model. But are we not looking at a situation where Tennessee could go 10-2, be ranked 11th or 12th in the country, but get passed up because we have to take the group of 5 highest-rated team and the Big 12 highest-rated team, which with the Big 12 being such a weak conference, both of those teams could theoretically be ranked behind Tennessee but get in over Tennessee. Could they not? Is that not how this would work?
Theoretically, yes. I mean,
I
would think that's unlikely with the type of schedule. At least if we look at it this year, schedules are going to change year to year. But when Tennessee has Alabama, Georgia, I mean, if they go 10-2, they get blown out twice, and you're batting other 10-2 teams, then you run the risk there. But yeah, I think there's been kind of an assumption of there'll be some 9-3 teams to get in. I'm sure there will be on some occasions, but I think that's going to be rare. 10-2 needs to be the goal to feel good about a playoff shot.
You play Georgia, you play Alabama, you're going to play a tough conference. You play in the SEC, and I understand how the conferences around the country are changing, and it's really going to come down to, 2 or 3 big conferences. But if you handle business and you get that 10-win mark, that's you controlling your own destiny. Hard to believe that you won't find yourself in the playoff and have a chance to go win a championship. Like, just handle your business is how I look at it. Why are you so paranoid, Jay?
Yeah, don't worry too much. Why
are you so paranoid?
The teams outside the top 12 of the rankings at the end of the regular season this year, which also included championship weekend, which I'll explain here. Everybody inside the top 12 had 10 wins or more. There were 2 teams that had gone 10-2, and this kind of goes back to a question earlier in the hour, that lost their conference title games and they dropped. Louisville and Iowa were 10-3. Neither team was considered very strong, though.
Yeah.
Like I think a 10-2 SEC champ would. By the way, to that topic, I still think 10-2, 6-2 in conference is what we're probably talking about. Often that's going to leave you out of the conference title game in the SEC. Every year will be different again. But Oklahoma's number 12, Ole Miss was number 11, Penn State number 10. But to Jay's point, that doesn't include a group of 5. So a group of 5 would take one of those spots. So, yeah, 10-2 does not guarantee you, Jay, a playoff spot. Tennessee as a 10-2 team, I think, would have a good chance.
Yeah, it'll put you in a good position. Jay has BVS, man. So he's preparing himself for Tennessee to be left out so he can be outraged.
It's good to read the manual. People don't read manuals anymore. Read the manual of the college football playoff going in. You need to know what you're dealing with before you arrive at that conversation.
Get the 10 wins. Handle what you can handle. And I think Tennessee will be in a position to be in one of those 12. Especially if you are able to, beat Georgia or beat Alabama, who, again, Alabama's still one of the most talented teams in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they are bringing in some Pac-12 flavor. But they'll still be one of the most talented teams. If you beat those teams, it should be in a really good spot. Should be. But it's going to vary from year to year, where one year, a 9-3 team is going to get in. Another year, 9-3 team won't be good enough to get in. It'll depend on the rest of the field and what they do.
Quickly, I feel like I should admit something from the start of Jay's call as well.
Finally, Josh, we're waiting on this moment.
I've never had anything from Pals. I've never been there. I've never eaten any food from Pals.
Josh, you do know where we're broadcasting from, right? Do you know where we're broadcasting on to, like the stations we're broadcasting on?
I do.
What are those stations?
One of them is 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Yes, everyone knows that.
It's also available on AM 990.
Yep,
And then on AM 640, The Sports Monster.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
That's the Tri-Cities area.
Yeah, it just started a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
I can only imagine the look that our Tri-Cities listeners gave the radio.
It's a look of disgust, if I had to guess.
They just looked at it. What? You never had what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in you, Josh. You are the parent that embarrasses your kids at the school play, at the school functions. You admitting that, you have now embarrassed me. Thanks, Josh. Thanks a lot, man.
In the text box,
thanks
Josh.
Thanks for the heads up, Josh.
Not another word. Take a break. Go get some Pals.
Go stand in the corner and eat some Pals.
Yeah, go stand in the corner, eat some Pals, and think about what you have done.
I am so disappointed in you, Josh.
Yep.
We're disgusted.
But we want our listeners to know that we're going to be honest and transparent on this show, even if sometimes maybe that's not in our best interest.
Our best interest. Thanks a lot.
Josh and Swain with you on 99.1 The Sports Animal. A new show title coming up. We'll work on the graphics. A rebrand is coming to the show between 12 and 3 each day. We come to you from Morristown. We're at the Bed Store, one of 7 area locations. Bedstore.com to find a location near you. Each location can help you find the right mattress to help you sleep better every single night. We continue at the Bed Store and invite you to join us at 865-656-9900 right here on Josh and Swain.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. They have multiple locations for you, multiple dealership setups to help you find the right vehicle for you. They have great savings as well right now. We were at the Parkside Drive location yesterday. It's Knoxville's #1 Ford store. They have so many options available. They have more than 250 new Fords to choose from right now. They have more than 175 pre-owned vehicles. So at Ted Russell Ford, they can help you find exactly what you're looking for. They can find a vehicle that fits your lifestyle and can help fit any budget. If you're looking for a truck, they have 23 Ford F-150s with interest rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months with blowout prices. They have more than 60 23 F-150s to choose from. Great savings and low interest rates on Ford Explorers and Ford Escapes. Plus, it's the Ford Model E Elite dealer in Tennessee. On Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike, Ted Russell Ford.
This has been a paid announcement.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com.
And Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's BABBEL.com.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
From the Budweiser studios of the Sports Animal, we are 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Shout out to @Vol. I live in North Carolina, get pals all the time. Shake my head. We're in Morristown today at the Bed Store.
When keeping it real goes wrong, Josh Ward.
Yep. Can't take him nowhere. It's brought up in the text box as well. That point I think you've made a number of times before today, if we're being honest.
Yeah, when we go back to Knoxville, man, you leave about 5 minutes before me, and then I'll go. I can't be anywhere close to you.
So,
out here.
Evan tuning in on YouTube, we appreciate you watching, Evan, was fired up earlier when we were talking about Greg McElroy and his playoff thoughts, said Greg Mack eats peanut butter and mayo. But also, keep in mind, perspective always matters, right? Evan also shared, it's terrible living in Augusta, Georgia, being a Tennessee fan. When I wear a Tennessee shirt, all these people literally bark at me.
Yeah. I know. I can only imagine how bad that is, man. You don't know if you're in a dog park or if you are at the grocery store. It's people barking at you. I really feel for people who are Tennessee fans that live in Georgia.
You just always have to be on high alert because you can hear barking and become numb to it and not even respond because you just think it's a human acting very strangely. But what if
it's a real person?
What if you run into a real dog that's barking and there's a threat, but you've at that point gotten used to the human barking? It's a lot to consider.
That's all we got to win, man, on the football field.
Yep.
You got to win. You got to beat Georgia. It's been a little minute. We got to get that done.
Yep. It's going to be in Athens this year.
Oh.
I don't know if that affects your thoughts on the game.
Well, I mean, hey.
Why not?
This happened before.
You've won there.
I have. I mean, last time Tennessee won against Georgia, it was there.
Georgia, the 2 weeks leading up to the Tennessee game, will play Florida on November 2nd and then travel to Ole Miss. That's going to be a big game. So they have a huge game to get ready for before hosting Tennessee. The week before going, the 2 weeks, I'll tell you, before going to Georgia, Tennessee will host Kentucky and host Mississippi State. Tennessee has favorable scheduling leading up to the matchup with Georgia.
I need to know who's going to play in secondary Tennessee. Can I at least have an idea of who's going to be the starting five? I know this is good conversation to talk about the 2014 season and speculate on what the team is going to do and who they're going to play, who's going to be good, and what the record could possibly be. Can I at least know who's the starting five on defense for Tennessee? Can I get a clue?
Did you see that Jordan Ross dunk? James Pierce Jr. with his pick six. What do you need a secondary for? Tennessee has the edge rusher.
He's going to be a freshman. He's going to be good, but he's going to be a freshman. Like James Pierce was good as a freshman, but James Pierce didn't do what he did this year as a freshman.
Didn't really play.
Yeah, Jordan Ross is going to be a freshman. He won't be dunking on SEC tackles like that. He'll have some plays here and there because he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not expecting him to come in and be starting on the opposite side of James Pierce. I know people expect that, but I'm not expecting that. That would be a surprise. That will be a surprise if that were to happen. And I don't mind being surprised. I would love for it to happen. But I'm not expecting that. I need to know who's going to be playing the secondary, Josh, besides Ricky Gibson. If it is going to be Ricky Gibson, we got all these transfers coming in. Can I at least know who looks good? Can I at least know who's going to be a good tackler, maybe a good guy that's in coverage? I haven't seen Kenny Peely play. He's already making us feel old with his comments talking about if he
time travel back to the late 1900s.
Yeah, if he could time travel, he would go back to the late 1900s. Now wait a minute, Peely, sir. You in our age group. You a 7th-year returning senior. Don't be acting like you too much different than us. Gray hair is around the corner for you, sir.
Yep. I try not to get offended by.
I am offended.
Most subjects. That one, I took offense toward.
But let me see him in action. There's some things I need to see before we start telling me who we're going to beat in 2024.
Should I take offense to this, or is it a fair point? Randy in Maryville notes that Pals does not have a kids' meal. That's why Josh has not eaten there.
Oh, man. But they have you can get like a small fry, small burger. They just don't have the toys. I know that's probably disappointing for you. Just take a break, man.
3, 2, 1.
Go stand in the corner.
1, 2, 3.
Think about what you admitted.
1 hour to go. We're in Morristown at the Bed Store on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Boost Mobile here with a great deal to keep you connected. Now, when you switch to Boost, you get 4 lines for $100, plus 4 free 5G smartphones like the Galaxy A15 or the Moto G Stylus 5G. We're here to bring you the best phones on America's largest 5G networks, so you can get after it. Switching is easy. Just head to your local Boost Mobile store. That's 4 lines and 4 phones for $100, only at a Boost Mobile near you. Requires port-in, auto-pay, and ID verification. Available in select markets only. Other restrictions apply. See participating stores for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Chad from Rusty Wallace Honda. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Rates as low as 0.9%. Huge selection of inventory, tons of local trades. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't forget, the price won't be the problem at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
See dealer for details.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a 2-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
Hot Wheels fans, don't miss the exciting return of Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party at Food City Center. Don't miss the debut of the all-new Hot Wheels 5 Alarm. Watch your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks light up the floor, including Gungster, Bone Shaker, and the legendary Bigfoot. Plus the dazzling dance party, laser light show, and more. And special kids pricing available. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind Hot Wheels experience. January 27th and 28th at Food City Center. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for more techs to join the pack. Chancey & Reynolds is now hiring HVAC duct mechanics and technicians, providing a great benefits package, paid vacation and holidays. These are full-time positions for those who want a career, not just a job. Chancey & Reynolds, in business for more than 40 years, is a York Heating and Air specialty company. Apply in person at 614 Van Street or call 865-525-5076.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with a CBS Sports Minute. A massive domino fell on the NFL coaching carousel yesterday. That massive domino fell right on the head of the alleged coaching goat when the Falcons announced the surprise hire of Rams DC Raheem Morris as their next head coach. The Falcons hiring Raheem Morris is a surprise because it means the Falcons just passed on the Hood Man. I'm Jim Rome. Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up, and if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, East Tennessee's #1 family law and divorce attorney group. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to help your family in their hardest times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you're getting ready for a big weekend. Less ice. That's good, right?
It's great.
Ice is for your beverage this weekend. That's not for your roads.
That's correct. When you're sitting back enjoying Tennessee, extending the lead in the SEC, hopefully, with some Hennessy. I mean, they heard it anyway, Josh. I might as well repeat it. In around with Tennessee. So, but yeah, enjoy your ice in your beverage, man, while you are enjoying Tennessee. Smack up on Vanderbilt.
We have 1 hour to go on the show at the Bed Store in Morristown. 1 hour to discuss all that we want to here, but it only takes 1 second for some magic, Jason Swain.
Okay.
That was the caption on Vanderbilt men's basketball Twitter post. It was a video of the game-winning shot, the buzzer beater for Vandy in the upset win of Tennessee last season.
It's a great shot.
With the caption. It was a great play.
It's a great shot. I'm a Jerry Stackhouse fan. That was a great shot.
Yep.
Not a fan of the video, though. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, Jerry, if Tennessee pours it on. Like, you know how sometimes coaches get upset when a three is shot at the end of the game, or we remember Admiral Schofield dunking as time expired in 2018-19 when they secured the SEC regular season title versus Mississippi State. Like, don't get mad that happens. Don't get mad. When your social media teams post stuff like this is what you get. Don't get upset.
Jackie says Vols by 50 tomorrow, and Cam Carr to go for 43.
Cam Carr, baby. Career high.
You want all the points in this one. You want Tennessee to go for 100?
Absolutely.
They need to run a Jordan Bowden play.
Who's catching the oot?
Well, Dalton.
Dalton could do it. We did run a inbounds play for Dalton. I think it was against Florida, or maybe it was against Georgia, where it was behind the out of bounds was behind the backboard, and we threw to the front of the rim. I feel like that play was similar to Jordan Bowden's dunk versus Vanderbilt. I would be crazy if it wasn't the same play. I'm pretty sure it was the same setup. But, yeah, Dalton can catch it. He plays above the rim. He's had some tip dunks, and he's finished over the rim on people this season. I want 100 points.
Put up 91 against Bama.
Yeah, I want 100 points. So, you know how that arena is, though. The airspace around the rim is just different than any other place, man. It's just weird shooting in that gym. So
6 o'clock tip tomorrow, Tennessee and Vanderbilt.
If you're Vanderbilt, you're looking at this game as an opportunity to jumpstart your season. You haven't had a quality win. You haven't really done anything. And you can go out there and try to trip up Tennessee. That will be my message if I'm Jerry Stackhouse. 100%. And you get a chance to play against a guy that's going to be playing in the NBA next year. Like, I know when Tennessee played Georgia this year in football, yes, Georgia was number one team in the country. And, yes, they were really, really good, and we had a lot of guys out. But if I'm healthy and I'm playing, or if I'm not healthy and playing, it's still an opportunity for me personally to be able to make plays versus other really good players. And if I'm Vanderbilt, I take this as an opportunity to say, hey, man, I want to guard Dalton Connect. I want to be the guy that holds him to below 20 or below 15. Is all that red? Is that Vanderbilt's schedule?
Those are losses, yes.
How about trying to hold Dalton to 20?
I will say, for Vanderbilt, the Commodores at home only lost by 3 against Alabama. On the road, only lost to Memphis, which is a quality team, by 2. I'll also add that Tennessee is a better team than Memphis, without any question. And Tennessee just beat Alabama by 20 in Knoxville. And in the last 3 games, Vanderbilt lost to Ole Miss by 13, to Auburn at home by 15, and most recently lost to Mississippi State by 13. Vandy has also lost to San Francisco at home by 13.
49ers?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Presbyterian, which is ranked number 304 in the country.
The Hose?
Won in Nashville to open the season.
That's the Blue Hose, right? Okay.
Yep. So the Dons of San Francisco.
They blew.
Got him. Western Carolina won in Nashville.
Western Carolina?
Only by a point.
Western Carolina?
The Catamounts.
Western Carolina? Okay.
Vanderbilt's 5-13.
I don't care, man. I don't want our team looking at that. I want 100 points.
We do have a text. It's going to be closer than you think. Otis texted in.
I know, man. That's what I hate.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be closer than what I think.
SEC road games are tough to win. Otis in the text box. None of those texts are incorrect.
They are.
Tennessee needs to go. If Tennessee goes in with the mindset, though, of we're going to terrorize them on defense and we're going to get good shots, we're going to get to the rim, we're going to get to the free throw line, Tennessee should win by 15+.
I saw Tennessee in the last 2 or 3 years go to South Carolina and almost beat them by 40. I've seen Kentucky, or was it Alabama, one of those two teams, go into Vanderbilt and beat them so bad it looked like a Harlem Globetrotters game. Like fadeaways out of bounds, dunk fest, trying new trick shots. It was a mess for Vanderbilt. So if those teams can go in and do that to Vanderbilt, we can. But the message on the text box is not wrong at all. It is difficult. But every once in a while, you are able to blitz a home team and beat them down on their home court. And when you look at a top 5 Tennessee team versus a Vanderbilt team that's 5-13, it's okay to think that that type of beatdown can happen this weekend.
Yeah. Never guaranteed, but it's possible, and I still think the odds are in Tennessee's favor. We'll have more thoughts on Tennessee-Vanderbilt as the hour moves along. We're with you until 3 o'clock at the Bed Store. Bedstore.com to find a location near you. Within 90 seconds, you answer 10 questions through the Tuck Fit process. They can find the right kind of mattress for you. They have all different types. They have the big-name brands, Tempur-Pedic, savings with great financing that's available. They have the Zakai bed, only $5.99 here at the Bed Store. The ZZ Bed, Zakai Ziegler's, they can help you find the right mattress for you. They can help you save in the process at any of the locations. We're in Morristown, and at the Bed Store, they have 7 area locations. Go to bedstore.com to find a location near you. We'll be here until 3 o'clock. We'll come back. We'll get some picks for the upcoming weekend. Conference Championship weekend is here. We'll find out who's about to play in the Super Bowl. In the NFC title game, it's Detroit against San Francisco. On the AFC side, the Ravens against the Chiefs. What Fat Jack sees happening this upcoming weekend, we'll figure that out. We'll be with you until 3 right here on Josh and Swain.
Fontainebleau Las Vegas is the newest luxury resort and casino on the Las Vegas Strip, and we want to send you there for the big game weekend. One winner will score a trip or 2 to Las Vegas, including airfare, a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau Las Vegas, $150 credit to spend at one of its 36 restaurants and bars, and 2 tickets to the Fontainebleau Las Vegas big game viewing party at Blue Live Theater. Just listen weekdays for the national text keyword for your chance to win.
Contest rules at 991thesportsanimal.com.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century. Using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Lakeside Tavern, 10-911 Concord Park Drive in Knoxville.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
What companies deserve your hard-earned dollar? Which would you want to work for? How can you know if they share your values? Just ask us. Just Capital is a nonprofit that tracks who really means business in supporting workers, customers, communities, the environment, and shareholders. We measure progress, track success, and help them be better. When you see the Just Capital seal, you know what's real, because just business is better business. Visit justcapital.com to learn who makes your dollar count.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Wedby Insurance is Knoxville's premier auto owners insurance agency. Since 1972, the staff at Wedby has made it a point to provide personalized, prompt, and professional service. Whether you need personal or commercial coverage, Wedby Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance can provide you with a coverage that fits your needs and your budget. For your home, your life, your car, or your business, Wedby Insurance will be there for your family. Contact them at wedbyinsurance.com. That's WHEDBEE insurance.com.
99.1 The Sports Animal is always as close as your phone. Download our Sports Animal app, and we're there 24/7. All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us with 45 minutes to go. Tyler and Will coming up at 3 o'clock. We continue at the Bed Store in Morristown. Something's come up. Fat Jack not able to join us to get ready for this upcoming conference championship weekend. You can always check out fatjacksports.com. He is a winner, as he'll tell you. It's not the gambling that she hates. It's the losing. You can win with Fat Jack. Fatjacksports.com is his website. The games will be played this weekend, though. Conference championship weekend. Swain, I think we're in store for a good one in the AFC title game. We have two of the faces of the league, multiple MVPs. Another one's coming for Lamar here very soon. Patrick Mahomes has won the Super Bowls as well. Lamar's trying to get his first, trying to get to the Super Bowl for the first time. I do not like picking it against the Kansas City Chiefs, but I'm going to take the Ravens at home. That team is really good. Lamar's really good, and I just think they're the better team. I think they're going to beat the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah, Baltimore minus 4 right now, and I don't know about covering that number, but I just feel
that number scares me.
Yeah, I just feel like when you look at the Ravens' defense, you look at their explosiveness on the outside. They have more weapons. Lamar Jackson he's more accurate with the football. I know, they get their tight end back, Stevens, but Nicely has been reliable for Lamar Jackson since the injuries to Andrews, not Stevens, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews has been removed from IR.
But he's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But, Nicely has been he's been valuable at the tight end position. That defense, man, without Kansas City having those explosive playmakers, the receivers on the outside, and Kansas City played their best game offensively last week. I don't see them following last week's performance up with another really good performance on the road versus a Ravens team that they've been playing the best football in the NFL, man. I just don't see it happening. So I'm going with the Ravens too.
If you want to get nerdy, the total DVOA in the NFL, Baltimore the best team in the league this season. Number 1 on defense, number 4 on offense. Kansas City good, number 5 in total DVOA, but outside the top 5 if you go individually offense or defense. Kansas City has been good. They're in the AFC title game. They have the best quarterback in the league. But as a team, I think Baltimore is better across the board. On the NFC side, I'm a lot more confident. I'm going to take the 49ers without much hesitation. As much as I enjoy and respect what Dan Campbell has done, and as entertained as I have been by watching the Lions, and they deserve all kinds of credit for getting to the NFC title game, San Francisco is a different kind of monster. They were able to escape last week, and if Purdy makes mistakes, if Debo comes back but he's not really effective and it affects negatively what they're trying to do offensively, then maybe Detroit makes this interesting. But I'm going to take San Francisco without much hesitation.
Possibly no Debo Samuel.
The numbers without him are not as good. He is a difference-making player, and even if he comes back, there's no guarantee that he holds up for 4 quarters to play this game.
Like the 49ers had Jawan Jennings at running back in the shotgun and gave him a handoff. They went nowhere. That play is designed for Debo. Debo is supposed to be in that position, but because Debo was out, Jawan ran it. Do I want the 49ers to win? Yes. I can't have the Lions in the Super Bowl. That can't happen as a Bears fan. But imagine the city of Detroit and the city of Baltimore if their teams were in the Super Bowl. And that would squash that whole script talk about the matching colors of the NFL Super Bowl logo. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, the Super Bowl logo is purple and red. Well, that just means that the NFL has scripted the 49ers and the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. So that would squash that if Detroit were to go.
So does the NFL, do they want the Ravens there, or do they want Kansas City with T. Swift at the Super Bowl?
They want Kansas City, the NFL. Debo not playing is a concern. I'm going to go with the Lions.
What a story it would be if Jared Goff, cast off by the team he helped get to a Super Bowl, and by the way, it worked out for the Rams. They won a Super Bowl in the trade with Matthew Stafford. But if he were able to get Detroit to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions. I want the 49ers to win, but I'm going to go with the Lions, man. They got some magic stuff going on. And then the Ravens will crush their spirits in the Super Bowl. Remember when the Bengals went? How, special that was for the city of Cincinnati? You had fans, crying tears of happiness. I think that happens with Detroit.
John says DVOA is a made-up stat. Another text, Green Bay should have beaten San Francisco. The Lions will. Okay. And the Ravens are going to smother the Chiefs. I do think I agree with that one. All right. Swain, repeat after me. Go.
Go.
Lions.
Go. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Nope, can't do it.
Say, go VFL Cam Sutton.
I can do that. Go VFL Cam Sutton.
Say, go VFL Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Yeah, absolutely. Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Go Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Yeah. Hendon Hooker.
He's not playing, dude. Where is he going? Nowhere. He's not playing.
Well, he could go out to Vegas for the Super Bowl and
he's not playing.
And get tampered with.
He can.
But by the local team. That's what I'd like to see.
Hendon's not playing. But, yeah, go Hendon Hooker. But I'm not saying go Lions. Even though Jahmyr Gibbs, honorary VFL. We appreciate that drop pass.
Yeah. VFL Emeritus.
Yeah, that's right. We appreciate you, Jahmyr Gibbs. Appreciate you. You didn't come to Tennessee the first time or the second time, but, man, he sure helped the Vols that day.
I bet he would have been a good cornerback if he played that position.
Oh, my gosh.
Travis in the text box, 865-656-9900. By the way, if you'd like to text the show, stay strong, bear down.
I'm doing it. Staying strong. Next year is the year. We take a big jump.
Okay.
Big jump.
New offensive coordinator. I'm sure this is the right one.
It's only been 20 in the last, like, 18 years. So,
speaking of coaching moves, Raheem Morris, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
Man,
so it's not Belichick.
Happy for him, man. Was a head coach, probably too young with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I haven't seen a coach be a defense coordinator and then go coach wide receivers and go win Super Bowl. Like, his range is unreal. And I like what he said on the pivot just about respecting the fact that Arthur Blank gave him an opportunity years ago to interview for the job, didn't get it. But now is the time for him. And I'm happy for him. I think he's going to knock it out of the park with the Falcons. Big fan of Raheem Morris.
Yeah, I've seen some comments of, oh, man, the Falcons, they could have gotten Belichick. They end up with Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris.
He can coach.
He can coach. Defense coordinator, and then you go coach offense and actually are successful.
Got to get him a quarterback. Ritter, I don't think is the guy. Got to get a quarterback.
What do you mean you don't think? He's not the guy.
Okay.
He's not the guy. You don't need to think about it. You know it. You watched the Falcons game when you were forced to.
Yeah.
During the football season.
I've thought about it.
Falcons or
my opinion
Titans.
is the same as yours. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got to get a quarterback, whether that is Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson.
Wilson's interesting to me there.
I don't think I want Russell Wilson in Atlanta. It sounds like a lot of drama. It's coming his way.
If you look into the future, is that what you see?
Yeah, that's probably not going to be the best setup for old Russell Wilson. He probably need to go somewhere else. But
okay.
Falcons, they have some options, bringing in veteran quarterbacks to kind of bridge the gap, so they don't have to rely on a rookie quarterback or give up a lot of draft capital to go up high in the draft and get one.
We were asked, by the way,
or Justin Fields. They might go up and get Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's interesting. If Jared Goff were to get hurt, the backup option is Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. He's the number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan Campbell said before the season that Hendon Hooker was going to redshirt this year.
Mm-hmm.
He already said that, so it looks like that's going to play out.
Yeah, so he is back at full speed in practice and workouts with the team and all that stuff. But the number 2 is Teddy Bridgewater, veteran who's played a ton. He would be the option if Jared Goff were to get hurt, which nobody's rooting for. But Detroit, San Francisco, that's the second game, I believe. I think the first game on Sunday. We get some nice start times too, Swain.
Yeah. First game is KC and Baltimore, and then 6:30 is 49ers and Lions. So 3 o'clock.
There you go.
And then 6:30.
Yeah, those are reasonable start times. Thank you, NFL.
Dude, 6:30. You're gonna be asleep by 10 o'clock, 9:30 or so.
Yeah, that's right. So the only thing I'm rooting for in that game is no overtime.
You know what? That game may be over quick because 49ers, they run the football.
Yep.
And
top rushing attack in the league.
Yeah. They do that really well, don't they?
We'll continue the conversation on Josh and Swain. We appreciate the interaction this segment this afternoon and invite you to be a part of it. 865-656-9900 to call or text. We'll continue to get ready for the weekend. Tennessee Vanderbilt in basketball, and we'll do so at the Bed Store in Morristown. Find the location near you. This is one of 7 area locations. Go to bedstore.com as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Be sure to download the new Sports Animal app from iTunes or Google Play Store. It's never been easier to follow our podcasts. The upgraded Sports Animal app is powered by Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
A big sports weekend ahead in college hoops. Number 11 hosts Wisconsin hosts Michigan State tonight. On Saturday, number 7 Kansas heads to Ames, Iowa to take on number 23 Iowa State. Number 20 Texas Tech is on the road at number 11 Oklahoma. Number 21 BYU hosts Red Hot Texas. And number 5, Tennessee. They're on the road at Vanderbilt. Tip-off at 6 p.m. on SEC Network and right here on the Sports Animal. In the NBA tonight, the Suns are at the Pacers. The Milwaukee Bucks, they host the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Thunder on the road in the Big Easy, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. It's conference championship weekend in the NFL. First on Sunday, the Chiefs and the Ravens in the AFC Championship game as Patrick Mahomes looks to get back to the Super Bowl. The Ravens a 4-point favorite, and then the nightcap, the NFC Championship game, the 49ers a 7.5-point favorite over the Detroit Lions. More Josh and Swain on the way next. The guys out at the Bed Store in Morristown today. Have a great weekend. I'm Charlie Collier.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
What companies deserve your hard-earned dollar? Which would you want to work for? How can you know if they share your values? Just ask us. Just Capital is a nonprofit that tracks who really means business in supporting workers, customers, communities, the environment, and shareholders. We measure progress, track success, and help them be better. When you see the Just Capital seal, you know what's real, because just business is better business. Visit justcapital.com to learn who makes your dollar count.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Chad from Rusty Wallace Honda. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Rates as low as 0.9%. Huge selection of inventory, tons of local trades. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't forget, the price won't be the problem at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
See dealer for details.
Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party. Don't miss the debut of the all-new Hot Wheels 5 Alarm. And your favorites, Bigfoot, Megarex, Tiger Shark, and more. Be amazed by the high flyers of freestyle motocross and the fire-breathing transforming robots, Transaurus. Plus the Crash Zone pre-show party before each performance. And special kids pricing available. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Truck toys come to life. January 27th and 28th at Food City Center. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies and local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
Clouds stick around today, but it is a warm one. We got highs into about the low to mid 60s, only dropping into the upper 40s to near 50 overnight. We'll see a few more showers move back in overnight. Another soggy and rainy day throughout the day on Saturday with highs in the mid 50s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. In counties near or small, there's a law firm to help you through whatever is your fall. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to guide you through your most trying times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Hope you're having a great Friday, getting ready for a big weekend. We're at the Bed Store in Morristown, having a great time here. Don't forget, they always have free local delivery for you. They can take the old mattress, haul it away for you. They can help you with free setup as well. Bedstore.com to find a location near you. All over. We're in Morristown today, 7 area locations, all different types of mattresses because people sleep all different ways. I'm a side sleeper myself.
Yeah, man, me too. And you can tell when you haven't had a great sleep, man. Energy levels are down, mood is off, sore. You got to get yourself a good mattress, man. It impacts so much of your day-to-day activities and impacts your mood, energy level so much.
Also, the secret sauce. They have many different types of pillows as well. People are made differently. Different pillows are necessary, but the right pillow will help you sleep well as well.
100%.
They have it right here at the Bed Store.
Now, nothing worse than having neck pain. Someone call your name, and you have to turn your whole body. Hey, huh? What'd you say? You got to turn your whole body. You can't even turn your neck.
Your arms are the levers. That's how you one side to the other.
So, got to have a good pillow too, man. Got to have a good pillow. So, they take care of you here at the Bed Store.
Bedstore.com, find a location near you. In a moment, we'll get back to Swain wanting Tennessee to put Vanderbilt to sleep tomorrow when they play in Nashville. We discussed also the ice earlier. Thank goodness it's gone. I mean, we went from 5 to 60 real quick, 0 to 60 real quick, I felt like.
Man, on the way here, I turned my AC on.
Yeah. How about it? Tomorrow morning, though, it will be a little bit cooler when you jump in. It's the inaugural Polar Plunge that's going to take place at Meads Quarry to raise money for the nonprofit organization, the One Knox Collective. One Knox Soccer Club, Sporting Club is putting this together. Last year, $7,000 was awarded to local nonprofits at One Knox games through the Goals for Good initiative. And in partnership with United Way of Greater Knoxville, One Knox created the program where donations are awarded for every goal the team scores at each game. So in addition to Goals for Good, One Knox was able to help out other community programs, opportunity to teach underprivileged youth STEM concepts by combining pickup soccer with wearable GPS tracking. One Knox awarded more than $110,000 in scholarships for kids to play soccer. So registration is set for 9 a.m. tomorrow. The plunge will start at 10 a.m. at Meads Quarry. So it's going to help a great cause. Love that One Knox is giving back as it's growing as well as a pro soccer club here locally. So One Knox SC, 10 a.m. tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the start of registration. Participants will have free donuts, coffee, DJ set up, and cold temperatures in the water. So well done by One Knox putting that together. Ice Bears coming up tonight and tomorrow as well. So we're lucky. We have solid local pro organizations, Smokies included in that list as well. So One Knox with a great event coming up tomorrow morning, and hockey tonight and tomorrow with the Ice Bears against Peoria.
It's good for the kids too, man. Ice Bears got events going on.
Oh, man. It's
during
time.
the season.
It's Wands and Wizards night tonight, Star Wars night tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think the elementary schools did a really good job around the county of sending information home about the Ice Bears and their promotions during their games to attract some of the kids, man. So good job by the Ice Bears.
You're hoping for a good job by Tennessee tomorrow against Vanderbilt. We're talking about good deeds and helping out and looking for others, and then there are your thoughts on what Tennessee should do to Vandy.
I don't want just a good job. I want an excellent job. I want a thrashing of Vanderbilt. But I'll be happy with the win as long as we play well and don't play too down the competition. I understand it's hard to do that sometimes when a team is as bad as Vanderbilt. They're 5-13. But I want us to play really focus on playing better on the road because you're not going to win a championship in a home game. Rick Barnes talked about how important these next couple of games were for the young guys, something that I figured was going to be important. We talked to Ron Slay about it on Tuesday. We talked a little bit about it on Sunday on the locker room with some of those players that joined us, Fred DeLeon and Jonas Adu. But this is the opportunity for those young guys to really get some game reps because you're going to need them when you face South Carolina, when you face Kentucky and Auburn coming up, teams that have a strong post presence and they have depth with that post presence. So this is a big game for Estrella and Phillips and even Awaka, man, to get going offensively. We know what he can do from a rebounding standpoint. But this is a big game for Awaka, getting the ball in the post, making a quick move, putting the ball in the basket, and staying away from those fouls, man. Mm-hmm. I know Awaka's a rebound master and the rebound machine.
That's part of the challenge with his aggressive.
But if they get the ball, Awaka, you're not going to take it away. Just get on back on defense. Just get on back. Don't pick up any cheap fouls because you're just helping the other team get into the bonus. Get on back. Look at the next one. You can't just take it from them. You can't be Debo on the basketball court all the time.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you can, but not all the time. They're going to call a foul on you.
6 o'clock tip, SEC Network, Tennessee at Vanderbilt. The Vols with a whole week to get ready for this game as well. Sometimes you can worry about rust on the offensive end. I still think Tennessee's ability to get to the free throw line and the ability to hit free throws, that can be an equalizer to the past concerns we've had with Tennessee's offense. That and, of course, what Dalton Connect's been able to do, the development of Jonas Adu, that's been a big part of it. But the free throw line is a difference to me as well for Tennessee.
That and I want to see if Jordan Gaining can add on to a really good performance from his last game. 15 points, shot the ball well, got to the free throw line, made those free throws. With the weird depth perception there at Vanderbilt, how would that affect our shooters? Because in the tournament, you're going to play in arenas that's not necessarily built to have basketball events. So the depth perception is going to be a little bit different. This is a good opportunity to adjust to shooting in a gym that's not necessarily built like all the others.
Tennessee, Vanderbilt tomorrow as the Vols get back to SEC play. They had a break during the midweek. Before we hit the break to close out this segment, we hand out today's Attaboy, and we hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape. NativeTN.com is the website. This is a cool story, Swain. It's an Attagirl that we're going to hand out today to Sarah Sylvester. Her story is interesting, and I would say this doesn't happen often, but the TCU women's basketball team recently hosted an open tryout for the basketball team. They did this in the middle of the season because they dealt with injuries, so they needed some help within the roster. So Sarah Sylvester, a 6'3 sophomore who's on the volleyball team, showed up and made the team and now has started playing and has helped contribute to the TCU basketball team. So from one sport to another, we talk about how difficult it is to play multiple sports. She joined this team in the middle of the season when they had a need because of injuries, and that has not only joined the team, got in, played, has helped the TCU women's basketball team.
Yeah, she is one of 3 players that were added to the team. All 3 of those players were like all-state caliber players in high school. Not all-state, but part of state title teams in high school. So it wasn't like they went out and got someone that never played basketball before or didn't play in high school. Like all three of these players played at a high level in high school but didn't play in college. So those three girls on the team. But the volleyball player that you just mentioned, she is the one who actually got into the game. And she's 6'3", man. Just stand under the rim. Block anything that comes your way, just like volleyball.
You know how jealous I am?
That's all you got to do. That she's 6'3"?
Yep.
She's a sophomore, so she's probably still growing, too. Makes you feel better?
It did not help, but I'm happy for her.
She's taller than me, too. Sarah Sylvester, she taller than me, too, man.
Yeah, what a story. She has excelled, as you would imagine. She was already a college athlete, but now doing it in multiple sports at the college level. Do not underestimate how difficult that is, to be able to play multiple sports and contribute in multiple sports.
Play them all.
Yep.
Play them all. Play all the sports that you can as long as you can.
Yep. Look at what it's done for her. Look at what it's done for a lot of athletes. We talked about it with Jordan Ross. We talked about it with George McIntyre related to Tennessee football this week. So an atta-girl today to Sarah Sylvester from the TCU women's basketball team as well as the volleyball team. Every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to Native Design and Hardscape. Their website is nativetn.com. They can help you if you are looking to make changes, if you're thinking about the upcoming spring and summer and a different look that you need at your business or your outdoor space at your home. Go to nativetn.com, learn about the company. Great team led by Jacob Dunaway. They are there to help. You can call 865-310-3256. Again, nativetn.com for Native Design and Hardscape. We have a final segment of Josh and Swain coming up. We'll have the Power Poll, what to watch this upcoming weekend, and we'll get you to Tyler and Will on the Sports Animal. We also continue here at the Bed Store today on AM 640, the Sports Monster.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage as the nation's blood supply has dropped to critically low levels. Blood and platelet donations are needed now for people counting on life-saving care after accidents, surgeries, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and sickle cell disease. You can take action today. Make an appointment to give blood. To book a time, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your appointment.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. So Ted Russell Ford, the #1 Ford store for you in Tennessee. You want to go look for a Ford in East Tennessee? Stop by one of the 2 dealership locations set up for you on Kingston Pike and Parkside Drive. They can help you with low interest rates on brand new 23 Ford F-150s. 1.9% with blowout prices. How about the Ford Explorer? They have more than 25 Ford Explorer and Ford Escapes to choose from with interest rates as low as 0.9% APR. Also, Ted Russell Ford is the only Ford Model E elite dealer in Tennessee. So if you are looking for an electric vehicle from Ford, look at Ted Russell Ford. Same goes with the awards they continue to receive for the great customer service they provide at Ted Russell Lincoln, which has a brand new dealership open, the Lincoln Vitrine on Kingston Pike. Shop at tedrussellford.net. Shop on Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike for Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln.
This has been a paid announcement.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Chad from Rusty Wallace Honda. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Rates as low as 0.9%. Huge selection of inventory, tons of local trades. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't forget, the price won't be the problem at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
See dealer for details.
And Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Pro Bowl games are back, and this year's stars show off their best moves as they compete in dodgeball, precision passing, and more in the skill show. Plus, the AFC and NFC meet again in flag football. Touchdown! Can Peyton and Eli Manning coach the league's best to glory? Yeah, you gotta hurry up! The 2024 Pro Bowl games. Skill show Thursday, February 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And don't miss flag football and more skills Sunday, February 4th at 3 on ESPN and ABC.
I've heard it said that streaming the sports animal has replaced the old wanna Netflix and chill. Well, it was me that said that, but I've heard it said. I do spend most evenings alone now that I think about it.
From the Budweiser studios of the sports animal, we are 99.1, the sports animal.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks to Jay Lyford Engineering for us here at the Bed Store. Thanks to Charlie Collier for producing today. Thanks to the Bed Store for hosting this afternoon in Morristown. Swain, it's been a lot of fun.
It was a good day to have a good day, man. And it has been a good day up here in Morristown. Thanks to the Bed Store for hosting us. We had a good time.
Yep. Appreciate all the interaction today, the text box, the chat on YouTube. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. We'll be back on Monday at noon to react to Tennessee Vandy, news of the sports world, conference championship weekend, and whatever else comes up. I'm sure there'll be some more Tennessee football and college football topics, debates, angry letters, whatever that come out over the next 48 hours or so.
I see George McIntyre working on the number one player in the country and David Sanders on Instagram. I like that.
Working hard. He mentioned yesterday when George came on the show, George McIntyre joined us, that he's on multiple group chats with the recruiting people, and I think he said Heupel's on one of them maybe. Or at least
Hold on now, Josh. Is that legal?
I don't know. So
shh. You've admitted enough today. Okay, Josh, you've kept it real a little too much today.
Yeah.
How about you pump the brakes a little bit before you get us in trouble?
Yeah, I might even be misquoting myself. So go back and listen to whatever he said, and if he said something there's a little gray area, then just ignore that part.
Exactly. Your pal's admission was enough, Josh. Thank you. We appreciate you, man.
Yep. I admitted that I have never eaten at Pal's. And
you know what?
The response wasn't positive out there, nor should it have been.
You didn't need to reset. People that heard it then, they didn't need to hear it again. And if you didn't hear it then, had no reason to share it with them now, Josh. I don't know what you're doing.
Yep. So my apologies.
Okay. We heard you the first time.
Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts if you want to go back and listen, even if you end up listening in disgust. Before we close out the show, we hit today's Power Poll. And the Power Poll on a Friday, Swain, is a look ahead to the weekend. What we might watch this upcoming weekend in the sports world.
In the sports world?
Doesn't have to be sports. What is this?
I got Bluey on mine. I'm watching me some Bluey.
Okay.
You're not going to let me or make me take Bluey off my list. I'm watching me some Bluey. Might be the best cartoon going on right now.
There's a good chance a significant portion of my weekend is filled with Bluey and or Super Mario Brothers or this freeze dance. Are you aware of this freeze dance trend?
Not yet.
We think we're growing on YouTube. We're adding subscribers and views. These videos are getting like 500 million, something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that might be an embellishment.
Not for me.
10 million, something. I don't know.
Not yet.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5 is Bluey. I don't care what nobody says.
Okay.
That's
fine.
I'm watching that. Number 4, Auburn, Mississippi State. In the SEC, that Saturday game at 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, Vanderbilt is number 3 for me. Detroit, San Francisco, a trip to the Super Bowl, NFC Championship. And then number 1 is the AFC Championship game, Kansas City and Baltimore. That's what I got.
All righty. My top 5 things to watch this weekend. It does look like, obviously, Tennessee fans are going to be interested in Tennessee Vandy. Auburn, Mississippi State.
Yeah, 100%.
Is the top matchup of the weekend, and you're pulling for the Bulldogs, right? Because Mississippi State's not going to win the SEC. Auburn's a real contender. Probably the top contender. That's what David Cobb said.
It will be beneficial for Tennessee.
There you go.
For Mississippi State to win.
All right. So get your cowbell ready for the weekend. I have the Australian Open Finals, number 5, Lakers-Warriors.
Ooh.
Big one out west. That's Saturday night after Tennessee Vandy. So if you still want some more hoops. Tonight, Michigan State, Wisconsin.
Let's go Wisconsin.
Yeah. Remember, Michigan State, that was a big win for Tennessee, but it's an exhibition game.
Yeah.
Doesn't count on the record, only in your memories. Number 2, the NFC title game. Number 1, the AFC championship game. I think it's a good one.
It is a good one. Big-time ratings on the way for the AFC championship game. No doubt about it.
Was it 50-plus million for Bills Chiefs? Is that the number that I saw?
Might beat it.
Also saw that Peacock did quite well. So get ready for some more standalone. Got to subscribe to watch the games in the future.
I don't think I should comment. I'm not a big fan.
But I also saw Alan Bell, who joined us yesterday, say that I don't know what exact content it is, but he's gotten addicted to whatever Peacock programming he enjoys the most. So he's been watching Peacock all week. So it worked.
Watching the Bel Air series or something? The throwback?
It
Fresh Prince?
Might be a Frasier guy. It's tough to say.
Probably a Frasier guy. No doubt about it.
The AB3 driving the line. Alan Bell every Thursday. David Cobb joined us in the first hour. Good stuff talking Tennessee and the SEC race in basketball and his thoughts on Nico and his debut as Tennessee's starting quarterback in the Citrus Bowl. One more thank you to the Bed Store for hosting us today in Morristown. Bedstore.com to find a location near you. Tyler and Will coming up at 3 on the Sports Animal. Every weekday, 12 till 3, we're on the Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities as well. They'll probably have you back on Monday. We'll see if they let me on.
Let's go to Pals
on Monday. That's going to be my way back in. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy the sport. Stay safe out there. And we'll be back on Monday at noon on Josh and Swain.